And all things going live. I'm so excited. I am about to co-host with some of my creators that are actually at a conference, VidCon, and they are hanging out together. And VidCon is for the YouTubers mainly. That's a big one for YouTube. So I'm excited to share that with you all. And so they are together. We are going to be co-hosting with them shortly. So I am going to get my live going. I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. This is my 4 o'clock live, so we talk all things going live. So I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you have any questions, my friends. We're going to get started in just a second. I'm going to go live on TikTok. Hopefully, this works out just fine. Your girl is trying to get everything together real quick. And so hopefully we can do it. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Let me know if you guys have any questions. We're going to be doing some things to make sure we satisfy some goals here. So I appreciate you all too supporting in any way you can. In the meantime, we're going to get started. Let's see if you guys don't mind supporting this live stream. Um, I appreciate the support. Let me know if there's any questions. If you are new to my live, feel free to give me a thumbs up. Feel free to give me a thumbs up and also click that subscriber button as well as the bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. So we'll get started in just a few minutes. I appreciate you all coming in to support. Um, we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Let's see. Let's take my board down for a second. I got my community fest on, but I'm going to take that off. No, I'm gonna keep it on. Am I keeping it on? I think I'm gonna keep it on. Thank you all for being here. Let's see if we can make it show up on the TikTok side. I think I'm gonna take it off for now. Thank you all for being here. We're gonna get going in just a second. So this is my 4 o'clock live, TikTok live, live streaming tips. Come in, ask questions. We are going live. Welcome to the room, everybody. Come in. We are talking how to go live with confidence and ease. If you are new to my live, feel free to come in. Let me know if you have any questions as we prepare to go live. So, we are talking all things live streaming. Feel free to ask questions about the live stream process. We are going to go live with confidence and ease, so feel free to come in, ask questions. We are warming up the room. Hopefully, all is well, friends. Thank you so much for being here. We're warming up the room. We are talking all things going live. I'm so excited. We have a couple of our creators that are actually going live as we speak. We are talking to them. We're going to be talking to them about VidCon. And so that is the topic for today. We're going to co-stream in a second. You guys are going to hear them on YouTube. You won't be able to see them. It's going to be on the TikTok side. How you doing, Miss Janet? How's everything going, my friend? Welcome to the room. Hopefully you're doing well. I need to get over to your live. When is your next live? Put in my chat for me. Those who are coming in, I appreciate you all joining. Honey Love Digital, how you doing, friends? Thank you so much. Others coming through. How you doing? You said mac and cheese. Welcome to the room, friend. Thank you so much for being here. We are talking all things going live. If you're new to my live, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, click the subscriber button as well as the bell to get notifications. We are talking how to go live. So, welcome to the room, all. Vibe Wellness Girl, how are you, friend? I'm going to be doing a co-host in just a few moments with a couple creators, Carol and Sodar together, and they're doing VidCon. And so we're excited for that. So we're going to be co-hosting with them in just a few minutes and connecting with them about their experience so far. So super excited. We're going to have a co-host session going on. If you guys are new to the room, feel free to come in, ask questions. How you doing, Mimi? Thank you for the roses. Thank you so much. And we are talking about on my YT, we're talking about live streaming. I'm on TikTok, so feel free to ask questions about how to go live, my friends. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up as well. So in the beginning, we always warm up the room. So we're warming up the room. We got the hearts flowing. So if you see those hearts flowing to the side, if you guys don't mind liking the live, we are liking on this live to get it going, to get the room activated. And that's going to help us get more visibility. So if you don't mind liking on this live, we've been here for 2 minutes. We got 1.5K likes going on. Thank you all for supporting the live stream. I'm going to go. I told them to give me like 5 more minutes. We're going to warm up first. And so hopefully we can warm it up. Maybe we'll get the flash go early, TikTok. Maybe. We'll see if we get it early. But come on in, friends. Thank you all for coming. If you if you're new to my life, put new as well. And in the meantime, we got a couple things we're gonna do. We still need comments for Community Fest. We have 791 comments from my 10 o'clock live. We need 1,058, y'all. So we got this. We need 1,058. So I know we got this. Thank you all for being here on the YT as well. So we're gonna see if we can get going in just a few minutes with our co-host session. And so as you guys come in, feel free to like on the live. I did a little something different today. I normally don't turn on my audience control. I do have it on. So I'll talk about that as well. Just as a way for when you are looking to go live, you want to make sure your live topic is acceptable and appropriate for what you're talking about. And so for our friend Carol, she's going to be talking about VidCon. Hey, Luna. I'm about to do shortly. I'll do a co-host with. I'm still afraid. Oh my gosh, do it scared, friend. You got this. You got it. Hey, Luna. Thank you so much. We're going to do a co-host with Carol and Soda in just a few minutes. So we'll be co-hosting with them. Um, uh, Let me know. Sorry, friend. Let me make sure my YT friends. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, so her Carol and Soda are together. They're at VidCon and essentially they're gonna give an update on I guess a couple sessions they've been to already and just talk about the experience and just recognizing that they're in community together in real life. I'm loving it. I was teasing. I said, I'm so jealous. I am jealous, y'all. I ain't teasing. I'm really jealous. You know how you have FOMO, and I'm like, "Oh, I wanna be with them." Yes, I saw them. Hey, Per mom. I'm so jealous. I have fear of missing out, so I'm like, "I wanna go next year." I don't know if it's this time of the year every year. I don't know. I might be able to fit it in. It might work. Hey, friends. So we're gonna do something a little different. We do have, um community fest going on. We're gonna be in community with our other creators here in the agency, which is exciting. And I do have a goal for the room. We're still trying to get all our comments so we can check the box for community fest. And so that is the goal is 1,058 comments today. TikTok is doing the most. And we have hit, let's see, because there have been a few comments already. So we have hit 795. We're almost at 800 comments. You said good gravy. No. TikTok's like, you could do it. You could do it. I believe in you." Savvy Mom Finance, how are you, friend? Welcome, friend. And so we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully we get a lot of engagement and comments for throughout the live. This is my 4 o'clock live, so we'll see how this goes. I also did something a little different. I turned on my audience control. I usually don't turn it on. Um, my topics are not topics that require for it to be on. So I turned it on because I had to match Carol. So we'll see how the flow is today. We've been seeing some sluggishness throughout the live and stuff. So it may even be a little extra sluggish, but that's all good. Did you get a flash goal? Not yet. Not yet. We did not get the flash goal. And so we're gonna pay attention to getting it. I have my YT friends are not being very nice. So I gotta make sure that they're being very nice. So I appreciate you all being here. The YT, sometimes you get a lot of extra activity over there. I will hold my heartbeat. Thank you, friend. It could be the heartbeat too, because we had I love you so much. I think that was what it was this morning. Um, we had that as the morning goal. We did get it. It wasn't a lot that we had to get, which was good. Thank you, friends. It wasn't a lot that we had to get. And so we'll see if it comes back as the Heart Me. The Heart Me was actually Community Fest. I had to set it as my live goal because of the Fest requirements. So we'll see how this goes. We'll probably have them. They're going to probably reach out and connect with me any second now. There's Carol. I just spoke her up. Hey, friend.
I'm so afraid that that's gonna be a problem. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
Oh my gosh, you hear us without an echo.
I don't hear you. No echo. You guys are good. You're good on my side.
Good. No
No
echo.
echo. No echo. Okay,
Now I'm gonna bring up
so here's how you're gonna do it.
solar.
Click your 3 dots in the right corner. You see your 3 dots?
Yes.
And at the top, do you see once you click it, you should see multi-guest,
Yes.
and that should allow her to come up.
Okay. I
There
just
she go.
accepted. Yes. Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay.
Now go back. Earning her voice against credit. Okay.
Awesome,
This
awes
is
Oh,
exciting, Jacqueline.
yes. So tell me more. What's happening at VidCom?
At VidCon. So it is definitely a conference for video content creators. That's what video VidCon stands for. And I learned a little bit of history. It's been going on since like 2011.
Oh,
I had
nice.
no
Oh,
idea how long it's been
yeah.
going on.
Wow. Yeah, look here.
Yes, 60 or 90. It's something like that.
Wow.
6 or 9. There's a whole lot of folks here. And y'all, there's something intertwined with it called Gorilla Con. And the kids, it's like throngs of children just running through the streets screaming about Gorilla Con. It is again adjacent to what's going on here, and I'm guessing because I do not know, and if you know, please put in the chat. I'm guessing Gorilla Con is has a lot of youth creators that appeal to young people.
Okay.
And they're doing some special appearances, and so some of them were getting ready to come on stage, and they just took over the exhibition floor. They were just running and screaming, and
Like a flash mob. Like a
like
flash
a flash. And I was like, you know what? This is not our corner of the exhibition. So we're gonna go back out there. For those of us who are divergent, Gen X, and otherwise inclined, can honor because I said, I'm so glad it's Soda. Soda is a young person, you all, much younger than me, but she is right on pace with me. I'm not moving too slow for her, and she ain't moving too fast for me. So I'm excited about that.
You said you said the perfect duo. Love it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
they're at VidCon. VidCon is
Looked at the stairs and was like, is there an elevator or a escalator? Because I'm a person of a certain age with disabilities, and I can go up the stairs, but ain't gonna be with too many. Ain't gonna be with so many of them in me. So
yes.
let's avoid too many stair journeys if we can help
Right,
it.
right. I got you. I said earlier, I said, I have FOMO so bad right now because I was like, I want to be there. I want to be there. So,
Yeah, and I bought this bracelet, and it's so funny. It's supposed to be. It has crystals on it. It's supposed to be good for perimenopause.
okay.
And I was rubbing it on the exhibition floor because I was about to burn up, having a hot flash. I was about to lose my mind.
Oh, wow. He said, my audience has said FOMO. Everybody said they got FOMO and child. Me too. That's what Phenomenal said. We want to be there.
Yes, y'all, it is. I had no idea. Tomorrow, baby girl gonna be with me
Okay.
here. She's gonna be able to enjoy some of the festivities, and for her age group, teens, and they have some specific things, some specific booths. So she's gonna really get a chance to enjoy that, I think, and have
That's
a good time.
good.
I'm gonna enjoy it with her. We're gonna act the food
So
today,
t
y'all.
so talk a little bit more about what you guys have experienced and what you're excited about seeing too, so we can kinda get a sense of what's happening
We're going
there.
to see at 3:15.
Oh,
We're going to see something. What's the title? She's gonna find out the title of our next session. The last session we went to was called um, "Cracking the Code." She's going to go find it.
okay.
Cracking the Code, which was basically understanding how the algorithm works, and we thought it was going to be very data driven,
Mm,
um, and it was very opinion driven, and that's why I was in there with lots of opinions of my own as a result.
gotcha. So so when we
Potty too. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, I got you, soda.
So what when you say the, cracking the code for data, are we talking about YouTube primarily? Which one which
No, I'm talking
algorithms?
about all social media
Okay,
platforms, understanding the algorithm, and really, but what it morphed into was a discussion more about, to me, the negatives surrounding addiction to social media. Um, and yes, those are real life concerns, but it did
right.
not match the title of what we sort of went in there to find.
Gotcha.
Not to mention, there were two people who considered themselves experts.
Mm,
So there was three people on stage, a moderator
okay.
and these two other folks. And they were supposed to be sort of experts on it. And their opinions, let me give you an example of Serena Joy, the one who I call Serena Joy of VidCon. She came up in there talking about some authenticity is no, like if you're putting on quote unquote a show, or if you're speaking to one person one way and one person another, that you're somehow inauthentic. And I disagree completely
Mm,
because, for instance, when you are in your work environment, like when you used to work in academia, when I was in
yeah,
my work environment, working in, the government sector, the way I speak in those settings is not me putting on a show. It's me using what I know is effective methods of communication in those spaces.
right,
Period. And
right.
the way that I speak, say, to my tribe here on TikTok, or the way I speak to my child or a
I love that.
friend or family member, is going to be different. That is just natural. It's what we call code switching,
Right.
and we know it's
Exactly.
necessary. You
Exactly.
know, it is not somehow inauthentic, and I completely disagree with her. And she doubled down to show the example of Cracker Barrel. Okay, of all the examples she could have pulled out of her hat, she pulled out the whole incident with Cracker Barrel, and why when they changed their logo, there was an uprising and an uproar, and how she justified it as, well, this is, a touch point that their customers were so used to. Yes, they're racist customers, and
Yeah.
that is the reason the logo changed. So your justification, Serena Joy, isn't ringing true for me, nor is it giving me a method for cracking the code of the algorithm.
Right, right.
And so, yeah, I had real problems with that. And then there was one gentleman, he did have some good things about how to manage situations for your kids online, and how to be realistic about how you manage that in their interaction with social media. But he also would give examples that were tone deaf to certain economic classes.
Oh,
Just like, yeah, no, we're not doing that either.
I didn't hear it.
So, behavior talks. Welcome to the room, friend. Glad that you are here.
We didn't hear you, Soda. Um, s so,
So yeah, that's a little bit.
yeah, it sounds as if, obviously, the spaces that we're talking about cracking a code is it's speaking to maybe a majority, um, class and not necessarily thinking about diversity overall and how we do have now more creators from different ethnic backgrounds and social economic backgrounds too that are doing this and doing it successfully and doing it well.
Quite well.
Mhm. Yeah.
Exactly. Socioeconomic, cultural backgrounds that are different.
Mhm.
And again, the moderator was clearly from some other, likely European country.
Gotcha.
And the other two were white American, white American male, white American female. And I'm not saying that these people are incapable of giving a more broad discussion, but they chose not to be capable in today's discussion. And
Gotcha.
that's why I have a problem.
Yeah. So per mom, she said exactly, totally out of touch. And then Michaela said, not Serena Joyce. So she knew exactly who you were talking about.
She knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Because yes, she is the Serena Joy Big Con. And if I see her out here in these streets in the exhibition hall, I'm gonna take a picture and send it to y'all, because she even looked like Serena Joy. Not just act like her. And that is
Yes.
that type of persona that character portrayed all day long. When you listen to her speak, when you hear her talking points, you're like, oh my God, this is some old Handmaid's Tale mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I try not to cuss like this. See,
No, I got it. No, you know what? When I said majority, I didn't mean majority as in like I meant like in terms of what you see here. The spaces that have been dominated is by, essentially,
it's absolutely international.
yeah.
If you think about it, if you look at the list for VidCon, if you guys go and actually invited to be on panels and stand out in this space where you get meet and greets with some of the top creators in social media. Not one of them. I looked, y'all. I looked real hard, and not one of them was black. And Precious, you
That's
know,
what I'm
Precious
saying. You don't see the black and brown
let
student
me just
people
say
here.
it.
Mm-mm. You don't see it.
YouTube, you watching YP is more geared towards men.
White males
Yeah,
in
white
particular.
men,
Yeah.
exactly. Then TikTok is more geared towards other demographics because it's about community. You white tea isn't. I was learning about this recently. White tea isn't as community focused. Uh, it's consistent. It's like more about quality and consistency and being loud and being bold and certain things where TikTok
Okay.
is so much more about the community and the connecting with the engagers and stuff like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
And maybe
Yeah.
that's where this panel went wrong. They should have had breakout sessions maybe for different specific social medias.
So that's why
Like,
I asked that question
this one is
earlier.
not, this one is for this.
Well, that's what I was
Because we
asking.
all make mistakes.
Are they tailoring towards other platforms beyond YT?
That's what I was. They didn't say they were tailored to the YT, but they just that is our observation.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Primarily it used to be like it used to be its main. It used to only be for white tea, but they
Okay.
kind of like is getting more for other. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
it's getting
Okay.
other game now because it's so popular. But it's still white tea is like the primary focus
Gotcha.
more than anything.
Okay. Then that's probably why.
And
Mm.
a lot of people are trying to grow more in that space because it pays more. TikTok used to be winning the game on that, and they have unfortunately chosen the road less traveled. And nonetheless, they're competing there in that space with the other social media platforms and pay for creators. And so maybe that's another reason why the pay for creators is larger in that space.
Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Wow. So what's in your plans for future sessions? Are you guys are so I mean
What's
what
the name of
well
next session? Know your worth, how to rate, how to set your rates for deals.
okay.
So because we're
Okay.
here at 3:15, and I don't know if you were in my room when I said I have a prospective deal with a tech company with a mic that I met in the exhibition hall. It was one of the first people we ran into. It was a really, really great synergy, great connection. I'm going to be meeting somebody else from the company later, and so
Tell
yeah,
us
that was
more. So how did that come about? I'm excited for you.
girl. That was Soda, and I came here with that. I want to find sponsorships and do some great partnerships, and so we're very intentional about using that time, using this time and this space for that.
How like you said, what company? Do you mind sharing the company?
I can't yet,
Okay.
because I'd like to secure it first.
Gotcha. 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 Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. That's why I asked that way. I was asking. I was like, I know. I don't know if I would have said it.
Once I secure Hallie, I will be very forthcoming. It is a as I said to him, it is not Sennheiser or Neumann. I will say that they are the biggest ones in that space
Okay.
in the mic space.
Okay.
They've been in that business for years.
Is it
The
this
guy
one?
who made
It
this
ain't this one.
company, that's not of those. The guy who made this company is a friend and college buddy. They started a business together, Neumann, and he developed this mic and this product sort of as an offshoot of what Norman offers, and I'll get into that later. But it was very exciting to me
Okay.
as a voice actor and an actor, and someone who understands that times are changing.
Yeah.
Your management and your agents, without your presence on social media, there's only so much they can do these.
Mm.
Presence is very key to their growth,
Okay.
and so yeah, that's the why there.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. How like you got named? She said road. I think that's the one she said. Road.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I talked that same guy that I talked to. He used to work for Road for years.
Okay.
The Road is the one I use. I think it's particularly advantageous to women who are doing voice acting. It just sort of
Okay.
meshes with our tonality. That's why Dr. Lisa, I've always recommended it
Yeah, that's the
to
one you
my
told me. I have it
doctors
sitting
who
over
are
here, Road.
exactly.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
it here.
it's on my list. But until they do a deal with me, I'm not going to do a whole lot of promotion.
Is it in TikTok Shop?
That
Would
is,
you put it there? No. Is it in TikTok Shop?
they're not. They only have the
Okay.
lavalier mics in there. They
Gotcha.
do not have their other mics.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'll check them out.
Okay.
If they were in their trust, I would try to partner with them for sure.
I'm so excited for you guys though. That's awesome. So there's a lot of those type of opportunities. Like, is it like an expo type area that you can go to
Oh
and you're
yeah, it's an expo
networking?
type area, and most so that are looking for a tech and a beverage deal. That's
Mm,
a biggie. And I actually would like to do something with skincare because I had such a great experience, with that with a skincare product that I used
okay.
from the TikTok shop that y'all can see in my content. But when I tell y'all, it changed the way my skin felt.
Mm,
And women my age, they're looking on those expo floors for Gen Xers like me, who are the people who actually spend money on products like
okay.
that. And so finding that sort of synergy and finding that opportunity is very plausible.
Right. Now, did you guys have to bring like a media kit? Do y'all have those type of materials and stuff?
So I created a media kit that I added to my dots. And so when my dot touches their information, my media kit will immediately come up.
Well, look at y'all. You're so professional.
That was because of Soda. Soda said to me, what day was it? Last week? It was like, if we're gonna really be serious about hitting the floor, we probably need a one sheet or a media kit. And I was like, I don't
Yeah.
have a one sheet or a media kit. I did have a couple of proposals I developed for UGC, but those were specific and tailor made to one company or
Yeah.
one or two, to a specific company.
Right, right.
And so Behavior Talks is what is a media kit. A media kit is basically letting people know what your social media stance is. Kind of, you don't have to dive into numbers if you're a small creator. They understand when you say I'm a small creator. If you're a larger creator, yeah, those numbers speak a lot. But they also want to know, like, what have you done? Like, one of the things I really picked up on, Dr. Lisa, was you giving us this OOTD challenge,
Oh,
the
look
outfit of the day challenge.
at that. I
And
just talked about
I
Hallicus.
turned it
Thank
into
you.
AI to help me develop this one sheet.
Okay.
And that was the first thing it noticed. It was like, and it picked up on the fact that what the assignment you gave us as doing this outfit of the day challenge really evolved me in ways that I did not anticipate. At first, it
Nice.
was, okay, hey, y'all, see what I got on. And then it became the reason we have this challenge is for something much deeper, way bigger than the fashion itself. Is being
Yeah.
comfortable in the skin we're in. And I was like, how do I relate that to what I do? And I
Right.
always talk about authenticity in your voice, right?
Mhm.
So I had to match my authenticity with being unafraid to show fully who I was in this outfit of the day challenge thing. And it didn't have to be couture. I mean, I had on my pajamas one day and all of it
You
worked.
did, you did.
But it was just sort of like this light bulb moment. Authenticity. My authenticity. I always am subconscious. I always talk about the scars on my arm from the tumor removal, and now I show them and don't even look at them twice or cringe when I have to play
Right.
the footage back. And so OOTD has been a really, really big deal to me. So thank you
I
for that.
love that. I love that. Well, and also all of your videos, um exhibited your voice. Your voice was very front and center. It wasn't just me playing the music or, showing the fashion. It was very much about how do I elevate my voice? And a part of what you do is all about your voice. So I just love that. I love the way you did it. It was really
And
good.
it made me, you giving us that, made put me in my creative space and made me think outside the box. How do I put voice into this challenge? And so
Wow.
thank you for that.
Oh, I love that. So for soda, I'm gonna put it on
I'm gonna
soda.
sit back and let you go.
So so soda, I mean, for your media kit. So the media kit really is, and how like you put it in the chat, it is your social media resume. That's probably the best way to put it.
Basically,
Yeah. Go ahead.
and you can make it bigger or smaller, but I chose to do one sheet because I am a newer creator. I'm certain if I was one of these people with millions of followers, maybe I'd have a little more data on mine. But I think one sheet really encompassed it. I put all of the social media spaces I'm on, and in two of them where I know my numbers are lackluster, I just put growing.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
so that was another way to say, hey, I have a presence here. If you want me to do something for you here, I do have a presence, but it's growing.
Gotcha. I love that. And so what how did you take what was your take on it?
I am great at giving advice.
You didn't do it?
Shut
Soda.
Right, exactly. She said, I'm ready. She gonna make her one sheet. Okay. It took me, you gonna use AI. You ain't scared of AI.
No, she ain't. She doesn't. Yeah.
No.
Soda, yeah, friend. You have a nice social media presence, what for the YT in particular. Yeah.
Pardon?
I know she does the YT. She has YouTube
Oh
channels.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. She makes AI music and she play it all of her lives.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you close? You're close to 5K on TikTok, aren't you? What's your numbers on TikTok?
I have 5K.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Okay. I couldn't remember. And so I probably should click your photo here. Oh yeah, yeah. You're 5200. So yeah, you definitely have a presence. I mean, obviously, I think sometimes we think what we're offering is not what they're looking for. A lot of these creators, they companies, I'm sorry, the brands and companies, they want smaller creators too, so that they can um, obviously get reach even in different demographics. So, the big creators is very they understand who's out there and who they're connecting with, but they want the small creators too so that they can kind of start working with you and groom you. Maybe they won't pay you as much, but still you get that experience and you can add that to your resume.
Absolutely. And once you work with the brand and if it clicks with who you are, you can renegotiate. Like after, don't make them, inordinately long contracts. So
Right.
that your next time you say, look, this is what I was able to do for you. This is how I was able to show improve, and we're gonna up the ante now.
I love that. So the session you're going to is going to talk about your brand. Is that kind of where you guys going to get some insider information too?
That's happy Selena. Say again.
What the session you're gonna go to is gonna talk about branding? What's the
Yeah.
session?
Well,
Okay.
it's gonna talk about
The next one is about your rates,
Oh,
yeah,
rates.
specifically
how
like
to ask your worth
negotiating.
when
But
you're
there are
doing
some
it.
brand ones too.
Yeah, basically talking about how to ask your worth because a lot of times just because you're new not is not a license for people to take advantage of you.
Right.
And who knows how many different ways if you don't know how to be specific that your content will be used that you're not getting paid for. And so that's another reason I'm really excited about this particular one.
So talk a little bit. So Michaela's in here. Michaela, I mean, there's so many different opportunities. I don't want you to feel like, oh, this may not be for you. It's so many different companies you could work for. Um, she says, I don't know if I don't even know if this will work for my niche. But, I'm so excited to hear the information. So talk a little bit more about the companies that are at the expo that when you think about who different creators in our agency and beyond could potentially connect with.
So far, what I've seen, and I think because we're here the first day, there are a few people that were still in setup mode.
Okay.
But what I saw, what do you say? I saw tech companies.
Okay.
I saw beauty
Mm.
companies. I saw people who make, oh my God, all kinds of gadgets. This one big person, he had just tables and tables full of things that were created on a 3D printer, and the kids had lost their mind. Just it was amazing.
Yeah. Well, so Michaela says I'm a therapist for context. She's a therapist for context. And so when we think about she's a therapist, did you hear that?
Oh yes. So
We talked to some
I'm gonna have a therapist on my podcast now that I met on the floor. She was amazing. She was out there with a book and she was talking about mental health for those of us who are like myself. I happen to be a Gen Xer deciding to put my life online and expose myself in certain ways. And do you know how that affects your psyche? And she was all about that is like her whole topic. And she has a whole table and we had a great conversation and she's gonna be on my podcast.
Nice. So a lot of it is like even networking to that extent. So you guys are networking with other people in that way. I love that. I love that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So when you
tell about the couple that you met.
Oh yeah, we met we were checking in. There was this couple behind us. They're I think a husband and wife team, and they do a lot of stuff in social media spaces, particularly TikTok. I would call them by name, but I cannot remember. I know I followed them. Maybe I'll call them out in another session. But they were incredibly
Like snack and
Snacks. And what is her name? His name is Snacks. Snax. And I forget her name. It's not Katrina, is it? The Snacks is something. Anyway, they are hilarious. They have really on point content. We connected as well. We're gonna help each other, boosting each other's communities, that sort of thing. And we just met them at the check-in line.
oh wow. You know what? I think I know who you're talking about. They're, like, huge on TikTok.
I know they are. And snacks is so funny. And when I turned around, I didn't know exactly who they were, but I said, it's two black people in line in this Orange County, and I rarely see black people. So I'm like,
And
I'm not gonna
they're a
make
little
it
bit more
known. They must.
mature. They're a little bit more mature. They're not young. They're Gen Xers too.
They kind of young.
Okay, maybe I'm not thinking
I
of the
would
cop.
say they're not old. They
Okay.
are
I was thinking Gen X.
maybe elder millennials, not
Okay.
necessarily Gen Xers.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of
I
another couple.
guess.
So, yes, so exciting. And then Hallie Q is putting the Sunshine, directory in the chat. So we gotta make sure we promote that even more. She has the Sunshine directory where, um, you've posted to it. I think you've already posted in there. Her directory where you can post any of your opportunities and stuff, and she wants Michaela to
Oh,
connect with it.
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Imma have to
I
have
was just
Holly Q come up and talk about it. Her and Pals do a live with me as well so they can promote it.
okay. That'll be good. That'll be good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so afraid to turn this up and that we'll get echo, but I need to turn up a little so I can hear you because
Okay,
it's just a big space. While you're doing that, I'm gonna give y'all a
okay.
3D view of why this space is so loud and big.
Oh, you guys are just chilling. This is a huge expo. Nice. I mean,
Yes.
convention center. Nice.
Oh,
So
it's
Across the street from Disneyland.
you said what
yes,
now?
right across from Disneyland. Disneyland is right next door.
Oh, okay, okay. So they're in California, so if you guys I think somebody asked that question earlier, like, where's this located? You guys are what part of Cali? What area is this conference at?
Anaheim. This is the Anaheim Convention Center.
Okay. All right, nice. Uh, this is where Expo West was. Oh, nice. That's the one you went to a few months ago, Halleck you?
Yeah,
Um,
she was here. She was here for Expo West.
nice. So when it comes to like what's the goals for this conference for you all? What do you want to gain from this?
You want to go first? I will shut my mouth because I tend to take the mic.
Well, I mean, it technically is your life. I am starting on my YT, restarting on my YT journey,
Okay.
and I want to learn all the tools and everything to um, make sure I don't have to kind of go back, remove videos, do like completely redo,
Yeah.
like when I did my first round of YT.
Okay, so you want to. So for me, it is truly those brand partnerships and learning
Okay.
anything I can about any of my social media spaces for negotiating with the brand deals, with the brand partnerships. That's why I think this session we're going to at 3:15 is right up my alley about knowing your worth.
Okay.
I'm at that growth phase and that growth stage where yes, as a voice actor, I had to learn that the hard way too about knowing your worth and not undercutting yourself. But this is a
Mm,
new space for me. And though I can look online and know what a common rate is, or look up on AI, I really want to be able to have that conversation.
yeah.
Okay, it's giving me the puzzle, y'all.
Okay.
Okay, it's giving me two puzzles. Jesus.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right. All right.
I really want to be able to have that conversation intelligently and organically. Like today when I was on the floor with that guy, I had a really great conversation with him about the mic deal, but I was like, please let's not talk numbers because again, I know something that AI or a search engine may have spit out at me. I really want to know the fabric of the why. And then I'll be able to answer those questions with not just in a proposal email, but organically.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So was he coaching you or was at that point you guys were talking about really working together in collaboration? Like was he coaching you for
Yes,
the next stage?
I walked up to him very boldly and was like, "This is what I do. I'm literally here looking for a tech partner, and you guys, I'd love to know more about your product." And that's what, and we started talking about
Wow.
it. And I started bringing up names like Neumann and Sennheiser, and he knew that I knew what I was talking about and
Gotcha.
why this might be a good partnership for the both of
He
us.
seems pretty impressed.
Uh, It's like, "Oh, look at you."
Yes, we each other's cheerleaders, okay? At this expo.
I'm so jealous. I wanna
And
be
the
there.
guy
You
she
guys are awesome.
the guy she bought the hair thing from,
What's the hair? Okay, the hair thing. Okay, the hair thing that you talked about. Talk about the hair thing because I don't know if people know.
They don't have on TikTok.
They don't have barbershop self type thing.
What is the hair thing
So I
though?
was like, you need to do a deal with her, okay? Yes, from now on, Katrina. Thank you for the pop. It's something you can use. I see you.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. So it's what is it? A blow
Yes, she
dryer?
came with a serum for her hair. It made her hair so soft.
What is it? A blow dryer or a flat iron?
Flat iron.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, look at
And the
you.
way, you know how some flat irons burn your hair and
Uh
make
huh.
it feel rough? This one was so soft on her hair.
Nice. Wow. So products are being displayed because you talked about that product, but then mainly these companies, and I'm thinking about how like you just said Expo West. Is it similar? I'm trying to so you guys are venturing into a space that, I'm that's unfamiliar for me when it comes to, you know, the social media tech companies coming together, all the things that you guys are experiencing. I think that's where all of us need to be thinking, like we need to be
Yeah.
participating in this stuff.
That is the way for the future, especially if you're not a commodity driven business. And what I mean is, we all come on here and let's say we're pushing something like a book
Mhm,
or
mhm.
we're pushing something that we make. But if you come on here like you and I do, Dr. Lisa, you come on here, you're telling people we sell a service, not an actual physical commodity.
Gotcha,
And I
gotcha.
think that's more important than ever that we figure out ways to be creative, not only in how we engage, but how we monetize.
Yeah,
And that's where this whole thing comes in for me.
yeah. It's the influencer mindset, and I think
Thank
that's
you.
that's that's the name that, we have not been, necessarily embracing, but we are influencers. And so whether,
Yes.
and all of us, I mean, I'm saying the collective
All of
we in the
us.
agency
Your
and
child
beyond.
comes in your room and listens to what you have to
Yeah.
say because you influence them in some way.
Yes, yes. From the content side, from our live streams. And so we got to own it. And if we're going to own it and be in this space, then how do we navigate? How do we think about the next opportunities as influencers?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I fully
Look at
agree.
Luna.
And
Luna gave
that's
me
why I
the
want to be on the
eyeballs.
cutting edge of the what next. I really want to be on the cutting edge. I
One
always feel
next.
like I came to this space behind the eight ball, but now that I'm up to
Not
speed,
too
I
late.
have a choice to decide: am I going to be stagnant or am I going to be a what next type of
That's
approach
it.
in this space?
That's it. Absolutely. Whew. Y'all nervous? Y'all don't wanna embrace y'all influencer era?
Say what?
I said, "I don't know if they wanna embrace the influencer era." Yes, I
What they
feel like
say in
that
the
too.
chat?
They're like, "Woo." And yes, I feel that way too. That's what Luna said. Yes. Why does AI said discussing influencer strategy at a social media expo? Ask for tips on branding. Lord, TikTok.
They're really trying to come with it, huh?
Is
Oh,
that
so we
that's what
got
we're
the
talking
into
about?
the wild blue yonder. That's what Katrina put on here.
Michaela said, "Nope, but we here, but here we are. Yes, friend, you are here."
But we here exactly, and
She said, "I
I
want to
don't
be an
want to
early
be
adopter." That's what Luna said. There we go, friend.
an
We all
early
here.
adopter.
Hmm.
Absolutely, and I don't want to be I always tease and talk about the woman of a certain age thing, but I don't. I mean, I'm not elderly, but I don't want to be a person who is so closed off.
Yes,
Yes, I'm going to ask questions. Is this right for me? Does it make sense for humanity and myself? But at the end of the day, I don't want to be somebody so closed off that I miss the boat for myself.
exactly, exactly. So this happens once a year. What are the other?
Yes.
Do they have some other things throughout the year, like regional conferences and some other things that they offer, or is it only in Cali? Also, when we think about this, Cali being Silicon Valley and all the tech companies and stuff like that, is that why it's there? Just wanted to make sure I understood.
I go to a lot of these kind of conferences all over the country. So, and then I go to Pokemon things here.
That's all right, Pokemon. Pokemon.
That's a lot, whatever.
OMG, OMG. She likes Pokemon, y'all, just so you know.
Nice. I love that, I love that. So
But
there's
yeah, I've been to them in like not exactly VidCon, but similar things in like Chicago, Orlando.
okay, okay.
Trying to think of
You told me about something for podcasting particularly when people
Yes.
podcasting. And it was something she told me about the
Podfest.
Podfest.
But with Podfest, it has stuff you could use for other things too.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
was a great one in Orlando.
So Podfest is in Orlando, dog.
I see. Wait a minute. Soda? I need to hang out with Soda too. Like, what the heck?
That's when we met last time.
So wait a minute. When you were here and it was Pie Fest was happening, did you go to it?
Yes. Yes.
Why you ain't say nothing? Next time, I'll keep that on my radar.
Paper Talks, I don't know when Podfest is. I see you asking that question.
Podfest. It's usually in end of January,
Okay. Okay.
sometimes in February. And then I went to another one called Creative Con. It's like a mini version of this in
Okay.
Chicago. I was actually invited to speak at that one, so that's why I went to that one.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Nice. Soda,
nice.
what the heck?
Creative
You,
Con.
I was gonna say you're gonna be our resident conference brand brand opportunities.
That one was really nice. It was a small one and it was very elegant.
Okay.
It was very, very elegant. So I went with a couple other women and we did a whole panel about being neurodivergent, being a neurodivergent creator, and why we need more representation and why it is good to have that diversity.
Okay. Wow. That's
Absolutely.
awesome. Luna, you're saying I'm looking at Creator Economy Economy
Behavior Talks
Live.
Tech is huge here in ATL. So I'll look for some here. Absolutely, Behavior Talks. That sounds like me, boy.
Yeah.
I love hearing that.
Lu- so Luna, you're saying it's a Creator Economy Live in NYC. Is that another conference? Let us know if that's a conference. And then Michaela said Podfest is January 14th through the 27th, 2027. Where's it located, Michaela? Is that always in Orlando?
The main one is always in Orlando. Then they have many ones around
Okay.
the country.
Okay. Well, there we have it. Sorry, it's the 17th and it's in Orlando. Gotcha. All right. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate that. Wow. Look at y'all. We gonna be on it, y'all.
We are.
We're
I'm
gonna
just
be on
super
it.
excited when she mentioned it to me. I was like, wait a minute, that's 15 minutes down the street. I can't pass this up.
Okay. And then Powell said there's a huge ADHD conference in Baltimore in December. Y'all,
ADHD.
yeah, that was Powell saying that. So, you know, obviously within your niche, I mean, that's her niche, but within your niche, you should be looking at conferences too. I think we need to do some, maybe some agency wide training in terms of how we might want to navigate those spaces because, if
To
it's
get the most out of it. You put
exactly
money and time in those
Also,
spaces. How to get the
information
most.
about applying to speak at these
that
conferences.
too,
I've
that too.
applied to speak at several.
Growing your platforms that way. That's a great idea.
I love that. And it's funny you said that because in my former career, I would speak at conferences all the time because I was always applying to them, doing exactly what you're saying. And now I need to adopt that same behavior here.
To translate into
Mhm.
this. Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Because I think it may be something when you get into this arena you didn't even think was an option, like
Exactly.
we did maybe in other types of professions.
Exactly, exactly. And to be, obviously there's a lot of opportunities out there. So when you think about brand deals and going to these conferences and networking and all the things that you normally would do in, like I said, your traditional space, like how do you take that here? And so the media kit, that's probably something new to people in this room, but making sure you have a media kit that you are able to leverage. You have it digitally because you're using your bracelet to have it on there. That's called talk about it a little bit because I know people here are not as familiar with it.
Yeah. I was just looking for phenomenal. Katrina said the name of that class should be preparation and rules of engagement for going to these events.
That's true. I love that.
Absolutely. And so what I did was, my God, and it's also a card that I carry. You tap into someone's phone and it gives them your contact information. So I went in to the portal and I put in all of my contact, all of my social medias. I added a PDF of my one sheet, which is my media kit. And so and my website, all of that is, and then once I tap their phone and they get that information, then it prompts them to respond to me with their information. So that's another great thing about this. So especially when you go to conferences, the follow-up piece, oh, did I lose so and so's card? It's all right there for you electronically. And it makes it so much easier.
So wait a minute, let's back up. So how is it getting their information? Do they have it also digitally, or how does that work?
So they don't have to have a dot, but it prompts at least their name, their company name, their telephone number. I guess their phone knows that much about them to send back to me.
Oh, wow. Okay, nice.
And all they have to do is say, do you agree to release that information from your phone? They say yes, and then it just pops up in my field.
And I mean, obviously, you at a tech conference when you think about it, so technology is king, but are you have you had anyone say, "No, I don't wanna do that," or how does that
I
look?
actually haven't used it yet.
Oh, okay.
You know me, I'm a gift. I got the gift of gab, y'all. So I just walk up to them and start talking to them. They're like, okay, for me. Oh yeah, you want to try? She can tap it. She might have on a thick case, and it did work. Open, and then open it into Safari. So look, when she tapped my bracelet, this is what she got.
Oh, nice.
It has my picture. Open in Safari. It's got all of my information here, my cash app, anything else I want to put on there so folks can pay me for my services.
Okay, okay. I love it. I love that. Yeah, that's cool.
I think it's real advantageous. It's a great tool to have because I know, we don't shop on anything like that, but there are several in the marketplace. So something like it, a digital. They have some that look like a magic wand. Yeah.
What'd you say, soda? You said it's like a magic wand?
Add cash app now. Some really cute ones. Yes. So it's all kinds of stuff out there. Y'all, I went to the Society of Voiceover Arts and Sciences conference 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I was not as I was still growing more in voiceover at that time. I was a little more of a newbie. And so I wasn't sure how to navigate the conference, but I knew I wanted something else. And so I found the dot
Okay.
concept.
Okay.
And I was like, because I remember at the last conference I went to, I saw people doing this little electronic thing. I was like, how did they do that? And so I went and found this solution for myself. And this thing is 2 years old and I've had it that long.
Mm, I love that.
And it
Wow.
still works just fine.
Is it something that is in your TikTok shop?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, that's probably worth having. Um, so so you guys gonna go to the one about negotiating, like making sure your worth and stuff. Is there other
Brand deals and how to negotiate your worth or something like that.
any other
And I
sessions?
streamed that one from my audio. Yeah, we'll stream it. Oh, she streamed the last one from her audio live. So we'll do an audio live from that one too.
Gotcha. Diamond, you said what's happening here. So just to catch people up in a room, our friends Soda and Carol West, the voice guru, they are both at a conference together. It's called VidCon. It's in Anaheim, California, and they are talking about their experience so far there. So, so what other sessions are you thinking you want to attend?
I gotta look at the list again.
Okay.
Literally, that's why I said I love Soda because she moving my pace. I looked at all the information at once and it was too much. And I'm like, okay, now that I'm here, I got to do things individually. So we know what our next thing is, but beyond that, don't ask me because I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So,
But we are going to some more sessions, absolutely. And we're going to work that exhibition floor
okay.
like nobody's business.
There's one that says getting your first million views.
That's a good one. Getting your first million views.
445.
Hey, friends. Hello.
Making AI work for you, building your own
Creator intelligence system. Let's see now. I like that title. Because you were talking about this all week, Bob.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, the AI sessions. Yep, yep, yep. I love that.
And so I like the one get your first million views. That one kind of
I'd be
comfortable.
happy to give Porch Talk with Pamela said, "I'll be happy to give 500 views, forget a million." You know what?
106 AI tools in 15 minutes.
Mm, okay,
Careers you can build without being the face.
okay. The faceless?
Yeah, I'm already out here, so.
Exactly. Hey, friends. Everybody coming in. Appreciate you guys. We are doing a talk with Carol West and Soda about their conference at VidCon.
Okay, that's a question. So
What's that?
she just showed something. It says still our system post 10 times more with AI tools. How do y'all feel about AI generated content? That's something we make because I have very select opinions about AI generated content and how I interact with it in real time. I'll be quite honest. Sometimes when I sense that it's fully I get disenchanted and scroll.
Yeah. I would love to hear what the take on that and, like, what does the
Me
future
too.
hold for that? I think it's a fad. I think it's kind of the trendy thing to do right now, but I think it's gonna the pendulum is gonna swing back to the creator because people are gonna want that authentic, real human interaction, whether it's the products or the conversations. I think we're seeing a fad right
That's what
now.
they were saying last time. And the last time I was at this conference, they're going to say, for the next 3 years, 3 to 5, maybe 10 years, it'll be a lot about AI, but it's going to go so like,
Right. Even when I came to the conference, so you know how online when you sign up for something, you get tons of ads about it. So
Right.
ever since I signed up for VidCon, it's like ad after ad after ad anywhere I'm interacting. And one of the ads, as I was coming today, the guy said, is there still a need like for things like VidCon to be in person or why aren't they like virtual? And he said it's and he was very clear. He said, think about how many email responses you get from things you interact with. And you know they're AI generated. And sometimes you just like you ignore most of them. Like
Mhm.
if you click on somebody's interested thing and they send you an AI generated message, you don't always follow through.
Mhm.
And he was like, being here, being on that exhibition floor, if you want to make a real brand deal, a real partnership,
Be that
that
person.
cold email is a lot less likely to get responded to than you being right here in front of that
I've
company's
gotten
face.
hundreds of like AI type commercials for these. It
Oh,
Yes.
re
wasn't until I was here in person that
right.
I caught it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like a
So you do that.
$300
She's seen it
hair
so
fix.
many times online. Was intrigued by it. But when she saw the display
Right.
herself on the floor, she purchased.
Yeah. I'm the
And that's
same
why I
way.
see this whole thing.
Yeah. There's funny because I told you guys I'm doing a girls trip next week, and I'm trying to get a couple things online for clothes and outfits and stuff, and so everything's showing up in my feed now, and the people who are wearing like the fake or the AI videos and stuff, and they're wearing clothes that are not, it's not the real person. I just scroll past those. Those I
Right.
to me it doesn't seem like it's real, so I'm like, why would I pick that? Because that's not. They're just showing me a video. You said that's true. Yeah. They're just showing me a video of a fake video, and I know it's fake. So I want somebody to show me how it really looks on them before I purchase.
Exactly. And I think we're gonna get to a place where we realize it's a tool like anything else, but um, humans are still here on the planet.
Exactly.
Last I checked, and
Exactly.
and and, and they're gonna be the ones in the content that rules the day at some point.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. Yeah. It's the pendulum is gonna swing back. It's gonna definitely be about, what we think and feel as opposed to what
Phenomenal.
something's
Katrina
telling
said, I
us.
think there are levels to it, especially when it's cheddar involved. Well, he's right.
She's saying the company trying to save money. Is that what that is? I mean, I could see that, and that's what I told my husband. I was like,
I
this is
think
kind
they're
of the
saying
fad.
like if you know how people are always trying to get you to do these faceless AI things that supposedly make all this money, blah 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 blah. And like Soda just said, that's gonna be a rush and short lived.
Yeah.
And those of us who are sort of real boots on the ground content creators, like you've been teaching us recently, how can
Mhm.
we use AI to help with that?
Right.
But how our community still receive authentic us.
Yes.
And the people who figure out that balance, I think, win the day.
Exactly, exactly. And just having a little bit more structure and organization to your content creation. I think gone are the
Absolutely.
and we're seeing this other pendulum swinging towards having content that has kind of a little bit more of a theme and is very targeted and organized as opposed to things that are just done haphazardly. And so
Yes.
we're trying to, and TikTok talks about that too, having high quality content. What does that look like? And I did a survey just the other day where it showed up in my system notification to just talk about high quality content a little bit more, um, and just making sure people understand what it's about. And so asking me these survey questions just to kind of get a sense of what creators think it is. But they're really looking for that content that is very well done, very well structured. I even have videos that are coming in my feed that's telling you how to do some of these other features on in your video content. So yeah, it's definitely something that they're looking for that structure for your content and for your live stream.
Absolutely
Yeah.
agreed. Y'all, my phone
Oh,
is
thank you.
on like life support,
So Michaela
and
said, "Family, I have to run. Thanks for sharing, Carol and Soda. I will be stalking you this week so so we can chat."
oh,
She wants to
absolutely,
learn more.
absolutely. So we're gonna again do a sound live from Soda's thing for our next session, which is at 3:15, probably another 45 minutes or so.
Okay.
And we're gonna take a break because I need something to drink, and I need to use the last bit of juice in this phone to call my child and assess where she is.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
And so thank y'all so much. We are excited to bring everything that we learned at VidCon to our
Yeah.
communities
Thank
and to
you.
share. And thank you for bringing us up, Dr. Lisa.
You're welcome. How long are you guys gonna be there? For the next couple of days or no? How long is it?
Yeah, it's today, tomorrow, and some parts of Saturday, but
Okay.
I'm only gonna be here for the evening on Saturday.
I'll
Gotcha.
be here the day on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. And seriously, if you guys keep me posted, I'll make sure I do audience control. I know you guys both do you both use audience control? Is that the case?
Normally I don't,
Oh,
but
okay.
because Serena Joy made me mad today, I needed to turn it on. And the whole incident with Auntie Bev last weekend, that has resulted in more cuss words in my lives. So yes, normally I don't, but
Okay.
we
Okay.
are kid friendly.
Okay. All right. So well, if you do, let me know. But I normally don't have mine on either. So that's my usual
Okay,
format.
we'll let you know for sure.
All right. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all enjoy and stay
Thank you
safe.
so much.
Take
We'll
care. Bye bye. That was awesome. I love it. I love it. That was so cool, y'all. That was so cool. I'm so excited about that. I don't know what the future looks like for us, but that was pretty cool, y'all, because it gets you to think about all the different possibilities. And we're at a space where I don't want y'all to think that we're too old or we don't know enough. You'll pick it up. You'll pick it up. And there's like I said, there's still a learning curve for me. I'm still kind of learning as I go and how to do this thing too. And I feel like I'm just really, I tell you guys, this year's my growth year. Look at you, free level 28 too. I love it. Luna, you are purplish. I saw that purple come through. Look at that. Yes. Thank you for the fireworks. Thank you for that, friend. I appreciate the support. That was awesome. Um, and so, yes, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the support. But yeah, there's so many opportunities. I don't want you guys to give up. Don't let TikTok or any of these platforms disillusion you. All right. That's the whole thing. We can easily say, I'm going to quit, but we're quitting before things get started. You know what I'm saying? Don't quit yet. There's so much growth, there's so much opportunities ahead of you. And so as you're doing this and you're showing up in a confident way, you're connecting with your community, it does take a little time to get that thing moving, but at the same time, the people who are in your room are the people who are supposed to be in your room. And the opportunities that are gonna be presented to you are the things that are supposed to be presented to you. And so just keep going, and other opportunities might be your first brand deal. I always think about, like, Mrs. Treetop. She's on the live, she looks amazing both on live and in person, and she wears her wigs, and she's gotten a wig brand deal because they see her. They like, "This woman got her stuff together." And she's doing her thing. And so when you have these opportunities, we just have to take advantage of it. You said that was great. Look at my VidCon. Yes, we are there, friend Halleck. Halleck, you're gonna be our spokesperson for teaching us some of this stuff because I know you've been doing it in your you've been doing it for I'm gonna say for a minute. And what's happened in your minute, you might say not for a minute, Doc, but really you've been leading this charge for our community and for others who look up to you. I look up to you. And so if we can just learn some of the best practices or some of the do's and don'ts, that's what this is all about. We're learning from each other, and we're learning from people who are starting off, not from the big creators that already got it together and they're not willing to tell you about their humble beginnings necessarily. We're at the early stages of this, and so we need people who are leading the charge for us. So I love that. I'm proud of us. I'm so proud of us too. I'll be back. I got a phone call. Okay, Diamond. I'm saying I got a phone call. I want to be in on the ground up. Yes, that's it. That's it. I don't want us to think that we can't. We all got this. We all can do it. Will I really pick it up? I hope. Yes, friend, you will. You will pick it up. You will pick it up, and you're gonna be looking at yourself 6 months, a year from now, and say, "Wow, look how much I've learned and grown." Seriously. It's just going to be that way. He said, "I can't tell you how grateful I am for our community. No one else understands what it's like." You know what, Holly Q, I appreciate you though, friend, because you are really, really an example for all of us on, hey, here's how we got to do this and how we need to be thinking about this. And then you put it in action. And so we need to see more of those examples, and you're doing it for us. I hope so. I'm frustrated. No, don't be frustrated. It's early. It's too early, friend. It's early. Halleck is. She is, absolutely. Yeah, Pamela, I want you to come back a month from now, 30 days, 60 days from now, and look how much you've grown. Hey, Jerry's Delights. How you doing, friend? Um, and so because this is the very beginning of this, I mean, literally this is week 1 for you, it's still early. So come back 30, 60 days and then say, "Okay, wow, it's not as bad as I remember the beginning used to be." So it will get better, friend. Um, Let me know if anybody wants to talk. I'm happy to turn on my boxes. I have on my audience control on top of that. And obviously my room is probably feeling a sense of it's not probably being it wasn't being pushed out as much anyway in the last week or so because of all the things that's happening. You said I love you, Halleck. Bella said I love you, Halleck. I love you, Halleck, too. Let me know if you guys have any questions, though. We are gonna, like I said, we are making sure we're getting as much good information as possible. Feel free to ask questions. Let me know if you guys want to come up. He said, "I love you back, sis." Hey, Chrissy, how are you, friend? So, like I said, we're not seeing the traffic that we normally see. So, feel free to come up if you guys want to talk a little bit. I will put up my boxes. I'm not sure. Um, it's interesting. The paintbrush has gone away. Why did the paintbrush go away? Huh. TikTok is doing different things lately. That's interesting. The paintbrush was there. Let's see. Anybody who wants to accept, and we can chat a little bit more. As you can tell, I'm in a chatty mood. For hey, Mrs. Don, I better not because I'm negative today. That's okay, friend. This is where you want to surround yourself around people who are going to help you have a more optimistic perspective. That's the way I would say it. Thinking about what could be as opposed to what is right now. And that's how I try to be. I try to surround myself where maybe I am in a space where I'm not feeling as optimistic. I try to go to rooms, to areas where I'm gonna see the brighter side of things. Yeah. Yeah. And I see this as a journey. I don't see it as, my only, it's only one way and it's not different twists and turns along this journey. And so it's not linear. And so I see this as okay. At the end of the day, it'll get better. Sometimes it's a little bit of a slow pace, stagnant, and then sometimes we're cooking with grease and everything's moving smoothly. And then, you know what? The train slows down a little bit. And so we just got to keep going. Yep. You said perimenopause is driving me nuts today myself. Is it really? I look at you. You said it's driving you nuts. Um, Yeah, sometimes I have those moments too. I was probably that way last week. Hey, Dinky, how you doing, friend? Welcome. Thank you for the daily heart me. Like I said, anybody who wants to come up, you are welcome to. Um, Luna, I'm hitting accept. I don't know if you did that on purpose. If you didn't, just let me know. I'm happy.
No, I did. I did.
Hey, friend, how are you? Let me move you up. Why did it put you down there? TikTok, how did
Because
you
I
put?
pressed that one.
Okay.
That's why I just pressed the bottom one. I can come out and press the top one.
I can move you up. Let me see. Let me switch spots. I'm
Okay.
gonna move you up higher.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. You're in the middle.
Okay. Awesome. Hey, everyone. Oh my gosh. That was so exciting and so just like I feel so inspired. I feel so inspired.
Me too.
And I just wanted to jump on because it's kind of like what we were talking about at the retreat, right?
Yes.
And how you said it. It's so hard because nobody in real life understands what we're doing.
Right.
Everybody thinks, oh, you're so cute on TikTok and doing all these lives. And, you know, there was a content creator at the retreat that shared that she got lots of money through her cute little hobby on TikTok. So
Exactly.
real,
Exactly.
it's real, talking money in the thousands. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh. So I feel so inspired. And then there's a content creator on here. Her name is Points with the J. And she used to
Okay.
work at the corporation where I worked.
Okay.
And she got laid off a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And somebody put me in contact with her. And I mean, she told me that she's making more money than she made. So
Wow.
she and I talk on a monthly basis. She's like my sort of like my mentor to keep me hanging in there. And
Yeah.
I met her up today. I actually had a conversation with her today. And she said it is hard. So her whole thing is credit card.
Okay.
That's what she talks about. I mean, she just traveled to New York City to go to the TWA hotel. She did a little video about that. I mean, she's living the life. She travels first class. She found someone to take her under their wing. It's like we just have to, like, so what you just said, Dr. Lisa, when you're not feeling motivated or you're feeling down, you have to surround yourself with the people. You have to go into the right room. So,
Yeah.
Pamela, hang in there. Don't feel down. Don't give up. You're just starting, right? Isn't
Mm.
Pamela just
Yeah,
starting?
Pam, seriously, she is just starting. So, and I don't wanna diminish her feelings in at this time because it's still the early feelings and stuff, but because you're still newer to this, it does take time for you to kinda have those early wins and see how this is gonna go for you, and then you need to be around people who are gonna boost your confidence about it too. Hey, lawyer mom, appreciate you. Hey, Christine. Welcome to the room, everybody. Um, but yeah, so it's gonna take a little time in the beginning. It is. I remember telling my husband, I tell this story all the time about the first time I got a troll. It was in that first week, and somebody said something really mean and nasty. And I was like, oh, it felt wrong. I felt like, is this where I need to be? Is this space? And he's my person. He's like, hey, TikTok streets are like the regular streets. You go back, you can mute and block them, and keep it moving. So for that moment, I was like, "I'm quitting. I don't know if I need to take this. I'm only seeing pennies and all this other stuff." But that encouragement and keeping me motivated and keeping me thinking like, "Hey, this is what some of the things you're gonna have to contend with as you get better." And so
Yeah.
definitely need a confidence boost. Yes, friend. I love
So
that OMG, doc. So true. It is. He said it is. Yeah, so you'll learn that, but at the end of the day, don't quit because you feel like you're not built for this. You'll be built for this. And then I would say it's really important to find people who are similar to what you're doing. And I thought you said you found somebody. So try to find more of those rooms too where you can see what the possibilities could look like for yourself. How's I missed something you wrote? It's better than the regular streets. You can mute. Val said it's better than the regular streets. You can mute dumb people.
right. Remind me, what's Pamela's niche? I went
Pamela.
live last night, but it was like for me. So it was like I had my volume down super low and was just supporting.
Yes. So if I recall correctly, Pamela, you could put it in the chat too. But she has like these real life lesson conversations. So she's
Mhm.
sitting on the porch and talking to you like she's your best friend or that person who you look up to. And so she's trying to infuse that into her persona, but also just helping to build community that just want to have these real conversations. So that's why she names it Porch Talk with Pamela. Let me know if that's correct, Pamela. Pamela, I want to make sure I honor what you're doing too. Um, you said, I wonder if I need a different niche. See, now she's talking about a different niche, second guessing everything. Don't second guess it. Guess it. It's still early, friend. Hey,
Yes.
L.
That was
Revelant Life Topics. Yep. Love
Gotcha.
that. Yep.
I too. I love it too. There's so many people, and the time she went on the East Coast was super late, so that's why like I had my volume super low because my husband. I'm like watching in bed and stuff, um, and
She's a West Coaster too. So I think to your point, that may be where, she's trying to figure out her West Coast folks coming in. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
and what I'm saying is like there's people that are on and they just want to talk. So
Mhm.
I think it's a great like a great niche. I love it. Hey Al.
Hey, Al.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I just wanted to offer my 2 cents. I'm not going to tell my whole story about finding myself back in school, although that is wonderful. But if we can just talk about the shorter term thing, last night I interviewed pals and something you can use for 2 hours and 15 minutes in my room about the intersection of neurodivergence and overthinking. And I'm speaking to Pamela because I really want her to stay encouraged. I mean, I talk about overthinking all the time, as you know, and as you stated, Dr. Lisa, I have found a way to weave it through some other things. But to wake up this morning and get a message from somebody that said, my grandson is neurodivergent, and this helped me understand him. Yeah. And relate to him better.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
changing lives. Changing lives. Wow.
Exactly right. You just have to find the thing.
Yeah.
And you have to stay with it because the people that need you will find you. Yeah. It's not based off of 2 or 3 lives.
Exactly.
It's not even based off of, your worst lives. Like if we could really track, you know, those things that aren't based on diamonds or numbers. I mean, you just have to, you don't know who you're going to
Gotcha.
speak to. It just takes one person to be in your life that hears what you're saying that needed to hear it.
Exactly.
And then today, this morning, when I woke up and saw that little L sticker in my box, I want to go live tonight just so somebody can use it.
Oh, but wait a minute. So wait a minute. I need to brag because so Elle has her community sticker now. She just got that. We didn't say it to Carol. Carol got hers too yesterday.
That's awesome.
She got hers too. So she was so I'm so happy for y'all. So TikTok is seeing y'all as creators with a community. Even if you don't think your numbers are huge, you are creators
Right.
with communities. And they see the value.
I was like, oh, maybe I have to attain a certain level or be a certain number. But I've been getting rid of followers because, you go in, like you tell us, and, sieve out the users and the people that I know that I got in a grow room that I've never seen. So I'm approaching 3,000 and I've probably been there, but I've brought myself back down.
Okay.
And that little sticker was in there today, and I screamed like something was wrong with me. Yeah, but I don't know I know what the sticker is, but how do you get it? I didn't know how to get it.
I don't know
I don't know
either.
what the secret is.
I don't know either.
But today, me and Coach Chantel and you said Carol, we all got one today. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think I felt like I have arrived at a certain point.
Well, okay, and then Halleck, she said, "What's the sticker?" Halleck, do you have it? Is for my room? It's the Dr. Lisa Cares. That's what she's talking about. That gift, the community gift. And so when you guys see that little the emoji thing of me, let me put it in here. You guys seen it, Dr. Lisa?
I'm gonna give it to you right now.
I was trying to find it. Okay, here it is. This one, yeah. So that one there, and so now they have their own for their rooms. And so
Yeah.
how you probably have one. Don't you have one? You said, I don't think I have it. And you might have it if you go live. Maybe it's in your inbox.
I got a notification. It was like a red dot, like these other things that TikTok sends us, like where I would have my balance, in that little
Okay.
page that opens up.
Yeah.
And it had a red dot beside it. It said community sticker. So I touched it right away, and there she was. And it was the cutest thing.
Yeah, I love it. It's probably in your fan club too. When you go to your live center, that's where I saw it.
And I used to be able to change when I would go in, I change my stickers all the time. Okay. It's there too. Now that instead of saying fan club, it says
community
community
gift.
sticker.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's its own separate area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So check your fans, check your live center under tools and resources and see if something's there for anybody who's like a regular live host. See if there's anything there for you all. But Elle, do this. Why don't you talk about your humble beginnings? You're not too far removed from this.
It's funny because I realized I was getting ready to go out, but I today is the 25th. Okay. And I pushed my button October 25th. Wow. So today is my 8-month anniversary. Oh, look at there. That's so awesome. You said my humble beginnings. I mean, I still feel like I'm in my humble beginnings. Well, no. In all fairness, you had a rocky start too, didn't you? I mean, if you could remember back to like the first couple weeks in October. Yeah, just not knowing what to do and finding my way. I didn't, I was out here in the TikTok streets unguided and just I didn't know, just like many of us. I mean, was wondering what if I pushed my button, was somebody going to come in the room? And I didn't know what I would talk about because I teach, first grade. I certainly didn't want to come and talk even education, to people because I'm like, I mean, I can do that all day. What else can I do? And let me just say this. I was in a season of transitions. I was trying to figure out, who I was and what was I going to be, here right on my own. So there were certain things that I wouldn't have spoken about, but the joke is that I asked ChatGPT to run me up some bios, and it ran me about 30. And the bio said, I'm probably overthinking this bio. As I went room to room, because of all the bio potential, that was the one that resonated with me. Not even thinking, I don't walk around thinking I'm an overthinker and that's what I want to talk about. But when I came into your room one day in November, Short Stuff was in here, and she said, I can help you. I can help you with your bio. That's what I remember. Yeah. And I didn't know that it needed help, but okay, we were going to make it, more elaborate and whatever that it needed to be. Because, she's all things, content and everything. Right. So we came in and we talked about what my niche and my days of the week that I was going to go. I think on my own, I had set up, I was going maybe 2 days a week. And I would always have a coworker and always have a friend that would come in just to support, and then whoever would trickle in. And also at that time, Short Stuff was doing her content creator, Truth or Dare. Right. I would go in there. I would always choose the Dare because that gave me a reason to do some content because, that's not something that I'm strong with. And so from there, I think December 1st, I joined the agency, but just because I thought it was going to be like guaranteed, community, right? When you push the button, there's somebody that's compelled to come in because if they see that you're live. Plus, I've established a couple of relationships, right? Not like now, but a couple. Plus, joining you and being in her room every week. And so from there, we just started. December came, and as you challenged us to push the button every day. Yeah. And when I was home for the holidays as a teacher, I was like, oh, that can do that. I'll get myself together, really get it. That's really when I got, I think, some traction. Because from January 1st to the 31st, every day I was going. I would go to work, come home, grab something to eat and go live. 9 o'clock, I think that was my time every day. And I was like, ooh, the 31st came, and when I was getting ready to decide, you said, okay, because it was 30 minutes. It was 30 minutes in January. And when February came, you said, okay, now do it for an hour every day. And I was like, oh. But at that time, I established my days that I was going to go, my timing of the day that was most convenient for me to go because I had a child that needed to be picked up from work and things I needed to figure out because I'm trying to maintain my gym. And of course, I met some people. February came. By the end of February, that was when I had, I had already met Dr. Johnson, but he and I had a conversation about the fact that I was all but dissertation. Okay. And had been since my child was in second grade. Yeah. So coasting along, February into March. March is my birthday. I think I scheduled a birthday battle. And that's on March 6th. Mm-hmm. And I was live every day until March 10th when I finally hit the wall. Yeah. And I was tired. And that night at 8:45, I closed my computer and went upstairs to bed. And my child said, "You're not going live tonight?" And I said, "No." Mm-hmm. And I woke up. You know what? I woke up to text messages and TikTok messages about where are you? You're not going live. But so you know what? Even that says something. The night that I shut it down, somebody was checking for me.
Yeah.
More than one person.
Yeah. Yeah.
My own child saw the routine and said, Mom, you're not doing this tonight? But that night I had to, and I like to say I don't think TikTok wore me out. I think it was the work. I think it was picking her up from work. I think it was these other things.
Yeah, true.
Because I have really enjoyed going live. I started seeing a therapist just because I was going through a divorce, and I thought I would do it to be proactive. And I told her never mind because it wasn't anything she was doing for me that I couldn't get online talking to virtual strangers. I'm getting more out of those conversations every night.
I agree with that. You and Coach Rhonda are my nightly therapy.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I watch Coach Rhonda, then I go to your room. Yeah.
It's a little. I call it the little migration.
Yeah.
You go from because so even in my daily time, I've decided to go at 9:30 because she was coming on at 8 and she would go over.
Right.
So what I learned in going daily is number one, I got it to 4 days a week.
Okay.
Because that I could do. That was more sustainable.
Gotcha.
I found that when I was going every day, the quality of my live was different.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a day to kind of think about it. I didn't have a time. We were coming in playing music. We were just talking. It wasn't a structure every day. So
that structure is so important.
I was able to. Yeah. So my 4 days a week, I can do. I appreciated the day off that I don't have to do it. It wasn't under pressure. And then, like I said, I adjusted it to 9:30. So by the end of my live, 11 o'clock at night, the people are struggling, but they're hanging in there because it's 11.
Well,
If I've done it right, they're really ready for bed because the lights are low and we're talking in my low voice and the music is playing, and maybe they will have less overthoughts when they go to sleep.
Yeah. Her room, so I love the what your room has evolved into. I mean, really, just in terms of how you're using the technology, the AI and stuff to help people think differently about questions that they don't even ask themselves, but they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like how do we get here with our overthinking? And you use it to infuse every aspect of life. And the AI is challenging us, and through your prompt and what you're doing, is challenging us to think differently about how we are holding ourselves back. Yeah. We're holding ourselves back. There's so many opportunities and potential, but we're saying we can't, we're not able, we're not capable. All the things that we tell ourselves, and that self-talk, that negative self-talk, and you're bringing that to the forefront, like asking these really in deep questions. And I was like, wow.
And it's not because I have all the answers. I mean, I filled out a job application today.
Okay.
As you know, I had filled out a school application in March, and I still roll with that. I mean, every week I'm sitting up, there's nothing like being 50 plus, turning in a paper at 5 in the morning when you haven't been to sleep yet.
I love it.
Because I pressed my button, and through the course of that, met people that encouraged me to go back to school and finish a doctorate that I had put down in 2013.
Exactly.
So
exactly. You got this. You got it.
Yeah. I feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And you're surrounding yourself with those people, a couple times a week, well, at least 4 times a week, so that you can stay in community and stay encouraged. And those moments when you're feeling a little disillusioned,
Well,
those
better than
people
that,
be there.
every day. I mean, there are people that are, we call it the back end because they are the inner circle that we have phone numbers, and it could be any time of night.
Nice.
Dr. Johnson knows he's on speed dial, and if I need to reach out in the middle of the night, he better answer the phone.
Absolutely.
Because he's the reason that I pushed the button. But it is people. I mean, it's pals, it's Ketian, we are friends.
Exactly.
And even if we don't have each other's phone number, I still, the fact that I'm in here airing my business, or they're airing theirs in a chat, there's still a level of vulnerability, you know what I mean, and friendship that you have to have. Because, you can be comfortable in the chat. I hope that they feel comfortable I'm asking them to reach into their mind and answer these questions. So the fact that they feel comfortable to share that means that we have, transcended a level of, just people passing in the street. So that's
Exactly.
always that's excellent.
So I'm gonna read Mary's comment because Mary's kind of speaking to what we talk about here, what we're talking about here. She said, "I'm tired. My viewers have gone down in the last 2 weeks. I spend more going to other lives." Um, I think that's something else in the beginning. We don't realize that a lot of this is a balance between you doing your live and also building your community and going to other people's lives too. So I don't want to, I mean, right now there's obviously we're all seeing a little dip in viewership. I think that's across the platform. If you're not doing TikTok shop with deals for you days running, running right now, as well as community fest, maybe attention and views are being diverted to rooms that are like in the top of the leaderboard and stuff like that. So we're seeing that. And then I will say this, and I don't want to, we don't talk about it as much, but there is actually a dip that happens in the summer. So that's a well-known fact that people are not necessarily on the platform the way they were in the other parts of the year. So the summer is also that summer vacation that people take too. So we're seeing a little bit of that. We're experiencing that. So it's not unusual, but I will say there is something to be said about, being in community. And I think that's what you're talking about, Elle, because you are networking and connecting with people who are supporting your room, you're supporting their room, and then you're also going out to meet new people to come and hopefully get in community, to learn about your live and be in community with.
I wanted to jump in and say that, Dr. Lisa. I remember like when you first start out as a live host, sometimes a lot of your support is coming from your agency people, which is great. And it continues to come from my agency people. But you encourage us, you say to us, you can't only rely on your agency people. You really have to find your community as to whatever it is that your niche is. So I took that advice to heart and I went out and started finding people in the reselling and the thrifting community, fashion, beauty. And now I have like my room in the mornings is like 50-50. It's agency people that I love to see, but it's also the reseller community. And then anybody and those boards, my goodness, if I put the word thrift in there, I get all these people who say, "Oh, I just jumped in because I saw thrift." And
Wow.
I love thrifting. It's not even their niche. They have no bios usually. And then I take a little time to educate them on, oh, friend, get a bio because Elle's laughing because she hears me do it. Like get a bio because that tells us you're not a bot. Even put in there, you came in because you like thrifting. So put in, I love to thrift, something. So,
Yeah,
so for
absolutely.
anyone like Mary, if she's feeling, like she's giving more, it's just like you go through that. You go, it's like a little bit of a roller coaster.
You said I've been going live for over a year. I have a small community. I haven't had any agency viewers. Well, well, in all fairness, have you gone to the other rooms too? You've been there, Luna?
I've been to some of our lives.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's and I say that a lot in my room, and I want to make sure I'm saying it not to offend or anything like that, but honestly, it has to be, your room has to be for people too. I mean, people will come and support, but your topic also has to be something that they want to come and engage in. And then vice versa, you got to go to their rooms and it has to be a topic that you want to continue to go to and support. And so just recognize that everybody's not for everybody. I say that all the time. Everybody is not for everybody. Everybody is not, I'm not for everybody. And I get that. I understand that. It is what it is. And so at the same time, there's not necessarily an obligation for anybody in the agency to go and visit anybody. But what we try to do is be in community so that we understand the plight, we understand what's happening here, and we want to support. But that's not an obligation by no means. And I don't want to set that expectation for anybody because we get busy. Life gets to life, and for all of us. And so we just have to figure out how do we want to navigate, how do we want to show up, how do we want to support. But just keep that in mind. I mean, it is a balance though. Um, yes, he said you're not. You said you're not. Yes, you are. Thank you, friend.
Yes, you are for everybody.
I know.
And Mary, you're fairly new to the agency, right? So like even though you've been going live for a year, we're just getting to know you.
That's true.
Everybody in the agency is getting to know you and learn about your niche too.
What time did you come on, Mary? Because I mean, I've got free time.
She's a late nighter too. You guys probably overlap actually. In all fairness, because I think you
Okay.
are live when she's live. She's 10 p.m. What time zone are you? Eastern? Yeah, I don't know if she's Eastern though, but I think you guys overlap.
And is it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday?
Um, I've been trying to go earlier. Yes. Is it? You're daily too? I think she is almost daily. My lives are definitely not everyone, but for everyone, but those that do hang out have fun. That's true.
Okay, Mary said every night at 10
Every
o'clock.
night
So
here. What time zone was it? Eastern? I said Eastern, but I wasn't sure if that's true. Hey Margot, welcome. It's gonna take time to. I It's Eastern. Yeah, she's Eastern. Um, Thank you so much, Pappy. Appreciate it. She said that she's in NY. She's in New York, New Yorker. Um, I I I wanna underscore it is not a fast climb for the majority. For the majority of people, I used to say this all the time. The comparison is the thief of all joy. And if you're comparing yourself to other creators that you see the rooms rooming and people are climbing and in the room and stuff, it's not the reality for the majority of folks. And so the reality of this is that it does take time. I mean, TikTok actually says that it takes about 90 days for you to see kind of a little bit of a bump in transition. And it's based on your room and what you're doing in your room and how you're communicating. That's not across the board for everybody that they get the 90 days. But if you're showing up, your room is high energy, TikTok pushes you out, you become more favorable. But again, it depends on your room. And depending on what people are looking for and how you're engaging with your audience and how people are necessarily compelled to say a comment or get your daily heart meet or share the live or whatever. Um, so it takes time to get that. And so I don't want you all to think like, hey, it's going to happen instantly. I think this topic today was really helping us think about the future possibilities too. And so what does the future us look like? Because, right now we're in this present state. And if we could reflect on what's happened and the growth that we've had already, we could see the possibilities for the future. And so if we can get to that level of thinking and mindset, then you just can't stay disillusioned and frustrated and upset with your current state. I think that's the most important thing. He said, Pappy, take me 5 years to reach 7,000. Wow, friend, look at there. 5 years. Wow. Yeah, wow. Um, I'll ask how I can connect and message maybe others than going into others' rooms. Did you want to come up? Let me know if I saw you come up, Mary. Let me know if you wanted to chat. But you're saying how can you connect other and messages in others' rooms? Um, I guess I want to make sure I
she
understand
might
the
be
question.
talking about like I was saying the other day when I was to promote last night's event to put it in the other groups that we're not a part of, so that other agency people could know that we have an event or we're having where that we're going live. So when we go to share, it's very limited to who we can share with.
Yeah, so
Lisa talks about stories, right?
yeah.
Because stories tend to go out on the For You page,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, stories is good. Posting your content, sharing it out. If you want to connect with other agency people, you can always send it to me. I always repost and share stuff. So you guys saw if you saw in the group chat, because I know the chat gets to chatting. I just shared for Flourish. She's doing her live tonight. And so I do it whenever somebody shares something with me, I share it back out to all the groups. I shared it to my stories. I shared it to every single group chat. And so you can always send it to me that way. I don't mind sharing your content and spreading it out. Um, I think there's something to be said about leveraging your own way of communicating too, posting content, sharing it to your story, doing a live event, because your community should be beyond the agency. And as you can already tell, there's only so many people who are going live. And what does that mean for them to go to your live and go do their live and do some others' lives and stuff? And so that's not happening across the board, but it's important for you to expand beyond the agency folks too. KV, welcome to the room. Thank
I'm
you so
gonna
much.
say one more thing and then I'm gonna drop because I gotta leave. But I would say too that to make sure that your why is really strong, and if it's something that you can be on here talking about, regardless if it's one person in the room or 100 people in the room. So I'm thinking and I have in mind like a fitness. I mean, if you were gonna get up every morning and walk and just go live while you were walking, at least it would benefit you to be walking even if nobody's there, right? If somebody's there and then you talk as well. And I know it's hard, all niches don't fit that necessarily. I happen to choose something and have turned it into something that if I were talking to myself, it's, it would be still be beneficial to me. And I'm not sitting here 8 months later because I have gobs of people in the room. Right. It's strong 5 to 10. And there was a period there where I called it the Noah's Ark period because they were in there 2 by 2, if you know what I mean.
Two people and then they leave, and then two more people come in and they leave.
No, everybody in their backup.
Oh, okay.
To make the numbers look like something else, I was like, okay, I got about 4 people in here, but it looks like 8. I'll take it.
I love that. I love that. So it's grown though, and I think it's grown because of you. Because you do get around. You float around. You're networking all the time.
And you're consistent.
You are. You are.
I know she's gonna be there. Yeah. I think Mary's trying to come up.
When are
I
you
feel bad to sleep in.
when are you teaching the kids? You don't.
To me, it's summertime.
It's summertime. You don't break. Okay. Okay. But you was like that before.
I
You
would
were.
creep in on my lunch when they were at, PE.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Lord, the babies. So, but no, but I see that in you because I see you coming in rooms. I go to a room, you be up with Jana. Jana's up at late nights. I'm like,
Yes.
Lord.
Yes, if I can.
Thank you, Fred.
How do I get my camera to work? Open.
Do you when you click your name, does the black box pop up for you to
I'm gonna drop down. Thank you.
Okay, all right now.
There you go. Okay.
You got it?
There you go.
Let's see. Flores, you said this is not the easiest way to get customers, clients, people in general. It's just a great vehicle. That's it. That's true. That's true. It's not easy. And Flores, you've kind of cracked the code a little bit, but I think again it's because of her approach. She's kind of intertwined TikTok a lot into how she gets people to engage in her live. I don't know if you want to come up, Flores, and talk about your approach though. Hey, Mary.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Mary.
Hi. So I don't think I was very clear about. So there's some things that I have, some questions that I have. I didn't want to appear like I was moaning. I'm just one of those days where you wake up and I'm like, I'm tired. I'm so tired of doing it all. And how do I guess, other than going into lives, and maybe it's because of the community fest that I'm going into a lot of the community, our agency lives, and I think everybody's kind of on a mission to get whatever it is. So I guess I'm asking how to communicate with the agency other than just going into their lives, which I have been doing. And I did notice that the agency are posting lives, and I thought, how do I get mine posted? And I think I am kind of, um, a lot of people are doing lives at my time as well from the agency. I noticed that.
The nighttime is pretty busy. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
It is a busy time for agency wide folks. You are in the group chat though. Have you leveraged the group chats at all in any
I
way?
don't know if I'm in. Yeah, but I'm not sure how to. I put out an invitation in a silly envelope today, and I don't even know. I'm not sure. I think that's the group chat, right? Yes, I get constant notifications of live.
Yeah, so yeah, that's it.
That's not it. Leveraging it. I guess I'm asking. I need to leverage that. How do I do that?
Just share to that particular group.
So when I'm live, then because I never share when I'm live with my,
That's
so
you need to share.
I want to know how to share, like blanketly share instead of individually share. That's what I'm asking.
So couple things. So with the arrow, when you click your arrow now, so when you're in your live, there's the 3 dot. I mean, where my 3 dots are is your arrow.
Yeah.
There's an arrow to share out the live also when you're live. As a live host, if you click that, it'll have similar to what you see, the circles at the top of different individuals, and then your group chat can be there as well. If you so my group chat is always at the top, the group chats for you guys, because I share it. If you search, for launch your income, it'll pop up and you can share to the group chat.
Okay, okay.
So it's probably not, it may not be at the top of your inbox. I'm thinking it might be
I
because
don't
of all
think
the.
it's on there at all. I have to check.
So search for it. Once you search for it and share into it, it probably will always be one of the top bubbles you see.
Right. Okay. I always have questions when I'm not on here.
When you're in the room, you're like, Doc, where are you?
Dog coughing. Okay.
Flourish, hey friend, how you doing? And you're battling tonight still, so you can promote your live tonight too, friend. Are you shaking?
Yeah,
Don't shake.
I'm shaking a little bit. Uh, it's a little nerve wracking. I've never done this kind of stuff before. This is way outside my comfort zone.
Oh,
Way, way, way.
you got it. You got it though. You'll be great. So she's battling. She is at the top of the leaderboard for the platinum for a community fest. And I guess I wanted you to talk a little bit about your approach, because really it's her community that's gotten her there. And she's grown quite a bit. She just hit 1 year earlier this week. And she had some humble beginnings too. It was some humble beginnings. Probably the first 5 months were like humble beginnings. And then she had a nice little turn that hit right around November, December. And so it's been kind of going ever since, I think. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's been a pretty steady uphill climb since like Thanksgiving.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a slow climb. It's not a steep climb. It's just a gradual uptick, constant. Every day, do a little better than the day before. If one day you can only get 5 people to join, the next day your goal is to get 6, and then 7, and then just keep going.
I just had a lot more at the beginning, and I'm getting less and less and less now.
Right now, views across the board suck it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Maybe that's why, it's the last 2 weeks, right?
Oh, at least, yeah. I'm usually sitting around 80 to 150 people in my room in a 2-hour live. I'm sitting around 40 to 80 now.
Yeah. And
so, I mean, I've dropped considerably.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I used to get 40 to 80. Now I'm lucky if I get 12, 14. Sometimes it's 8.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And it's a slow, it's a grind, it's slow too with the climb. Even if you get up to, I haven't gotten over 30 in a minute. Even if it gets that, it takes like the whole time I'm here, and then finally it'll get up. And I'm like, I gotta go now. I've been here all the time.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, it's been that way for about 5 days. I think since Community Fest, throughout Community Fest, I feel like it's been that way.
I think TikTok literally is promoting those who are at the top of the leaderboards.
That's it. That's it.
I see a lot. If you go through your FYP, not your friends list, the actual FYP, I am seeing more people triple or triple times in that scroll. So they're definitely pushing those. So I kind of wonder what it looks like when I'm live, to know if I'm one of those that they're pushing or not pushing. But I can definitely see a climb. But I am also running to promote right now. So I'm seeing different.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you think it's a good time to promote?
It could be.
Depends on your strategy. I'm purposely using it right now because of Community Fest, and because I won 7 of those promote coupons from other campaigns, and they're going to expire. And I'm like, ooh, darn, they're going to expire right during Community Fest. Let me use these to my advantage.
That was on purpose, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, on average, I get somewhere between 20 to 35 new faces that follow me every single day. Right now, with the promote feature, I'm looking at 60 to 80 a day. That's on the promote feature.
Can I ask you a question about the promotion? Sorry. So what do you choose? They have 3 options. Do you want more viewers? Do you want more likes? What do you choose for your promotion?
I test it. I have a marketing background, so I have tested it, and I've tested several different content pieces that I have, and I choose more followers.
Yeah.
And then I use 2 to 3 different content pieces that either drive followers or are engaging with their hooks.
Oh, so you're not promoting your live per se. You're just promoting. Oh,
Doing the
okay.
content. So those people though are coming over to her lives too.
Because of the content. Okay,
Mhm.
that's
So that's a strategy I always talk about. You got to do the content. The content is king here, and if you want to get, oftentimes when my videos do really well, I'll get people to come in my live that says, "Oh, I commented on your content. I came over because of your content."
See, I started off with content. It took me like 2.5 years to get 600 followers. And then I started live. And in a year now, I have over 7,000 followers. So I grew in the lives, but it's just been the last two weeks or so that it's really gone down. It's like, yeah.
Don't get frustrated with it. Everyone has horrible days.
It's like dieting, you get a plateau, right?
TikTok has horrible days.
Mm.
I mean, if TikTok is not a woman and on perimenopause, I don't know what is right now. Because some days she be hot, some days she be cold.
It's
Definitely straight up crazy.
It's definitely an abusive relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I think more so since somebody's taken over.
I don't know if that's totally true though, because we were experiencing that beforehand. So I really don't like to say it's because of that change, because it was like that last year too.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like to blame, the billionaires.
Yeah.
The techies.
That's what time my battle is. It's at 9. We're gonna open the room at 9 p.m. Eastern. Battle starts at 9:15. 9:15, and then I'm not a big content person. I'll tell you that. But what I put out there, I do kind of make more quality to make up for the lack thereof.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I keep it very niched down.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you make? How often do you make content? How often do you post?
You want the honest truth? This is not going to make Dr. Lisa happy.
I don't.
At all. I maybe make content once every 3 weeks.
Oh no, that's not good. Wait a minute. I thought you were gonna say once a week. Wait a minute.
He's been doing okay though.
Wait a minute. I thought you were gonna say once a week, twice a week. You said once at what?
Yeah, if you look,
that's what I'm like, inconsistent.
Often at all. And the reason I can't stand it. I can't stand making content. I find it boring.
Me too.
Me too. I do too, though. Yeah.
And things that are boring, I don't want to do.
Yeah. I find it to be a chore. Yeah, it's a chore.
I find it to be a chore. It tortured me to do 3 days of that outfit thing.
Me too.
I said if I have to wake up the next day and do it, and of course everyone, all my followers were loving it. They were like, "You're going to do the next one," and I was like, "No."
Yours were so creative and good too, though. You were using all the features and effects and stuff. I was like, look at her.
I have to go all out. I do it.
I am not the one to follow for content.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't set good examples there.
Well, that's why you do promote it though, when you do it. So you're like, let me push it out.
Honestly, this is the first time I have used promote in almost a year.
Oh, okay.
I used it last August. Yeah, last August, because I was in Illinois when I used it. And now I'm only using it because I have so many coupons that I won that I didn't even know I won. They just popped up. I join campaigns that align with what I think my room can do. And I look at all those campaigns and I go, okay, this one says I have to do this. And this one also says I have to do this. I'm going to do those two. And maybe I'll accomplish everything.
Yeah.
It confuses me. The campaigns do. They confuse me. And they want you to do, it says sign up. I sign up for loads of them and then I don't know where I am or what I'm doing.
They're meant to confuse you so that you don't get to the top. So if you sit down and look at what the criteria says, if it says you need a one battle every day for 5 minutes, and then you need 3 new viewers every day, and let's say 100 comments when you go live. All right. So your goal now is to break that down and push the first one, then push the second one, then push the second one, and tell your community, look, this is what I'm doing. Like right now with Community Fest, I go in, I find my daily quests. I take a picture of it. I put it in my superfan chat because I have over 70 people in my superfan chat. And I say, this is what we're doing today. If I lose my mind and can't remember, one of you has to remind me what I need to do.
Right.
All right? That's just what I do. Luna, where did you go, my friend?
How do I create a superfan chat? That's what I want to do. I can't even see exactly who. I've got 20 superfans now.
Okay. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Easy. Dr. Lisa can tell you how to set that up. I can't walk you.
Yeah, that's an easy one too though. When you go into your live center, when you are when you scroll, you know where the live center is, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you scroll down, you want to go to tools and resources, click fan club.
Yeah.
And I believe at the top of fan club is two heads, two people. What we learned recently, let me just check something before I say this out loud. You should have the two people. So if you click the two people, it'll tell you to create group chats. That's one way to get to it. And so that's under the fan club, and you scroll down, you can make it a super fan, you can put some criteria for it. If you're in your inbox, that same two people is there in the top right or top left corner, or add group chats. And then that group chat you can change to public, and then you can make it super fan only. So there's a couple of different ways to get to it. As you look, it's pretty intuitive. You'll see where you can put the title. You can
I'll
make
check
it.
it out. I'll do that today because that's really helpful.
It's Flourish is here, so you just pick her brain. We'll pick her brain a little bit because she was really good with making sure her super fan only chats focused on her super fan.
That's what I'm good. Yeah, that's
Because
what I want.
you got to almost have to monitor that because people will be sharing their live and sharing content and sharing other stuff. And at the end of the day, no, this is for my super fans. And so you can't run over and take over it with your stuff. So just keep that in mind. Flourish, what do? You kick people out? What do you do?
Of your super fans? You kick your super fans out?
I'm like, thank you for your monthly subscription. Bye. Here's my rules, and it gets posted every single time someone joins. One of my super fans actually just joined Dr. Lisa's chat down there. It's April.
Hey, April.
And she will tell you that when a new person joins the super fans, a big list goes out. It's the rules, it's the extra codes they get, it's how we do things, all that kind of stuff like that. And it tells them, we don't share other people's lives in here. If they're a super fan and they're talking plants, you may share it in here. But that's it. Nobody else. We're not sharing, who's selling what. We're not sharing this, that, and the other thing. And it's for them to get their one-on-one plant consultation time in as well with me, which is part of the service that I offer. I pack my super.
What do you offer that? What do you offer for your super fans? Sorry, what do you offer?
They get not only codes to shop on my page at Flourish Plant Care, discounts there. They get collaborations that I'm with other small businesses that may not be planty, but would benefit the group as a whole if they want to shop there. They get a plant consultation at a reduced price. They get once a month, we do a 1-hour superfan only live. And
yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of it, if I'm releasing new product, I usually kind of sneak them a little sneak peek and slide something in. But I also have the content subscribers. So I got to make content for them so they get a little something too.
That's good.
And I slide them a little something different. So if someone's on both a content subscriber and a super fan, they're getting an extra double dose of everything.
Right.
That's good.
Okay. They're all separate wheels. You gotta keep them all greased.
I love it.
That's a full-time job too. I was at one point I got this thing saying I could offer a course, and now I can't find it. So I've got something in my eye. So I wanted to offer one of my courses.
Is that Service Plus?
Plus.
Service Plus has video courses. Is that what you're thinking?
Is that actually a promotion for a live course? That's what I was thinking. I was doing the video, but my videos were there was too much. It was too heavy, too big, the files. So I wanted to offer a live, a scheduled live course, which is a month long for 4 classes.
Sounds like an
So I'm like,
exclusive.
can I do that on that?
Sounds like an exclusive
It's
live
something
that
similar
you.
to a webinar, right? It's
Right.
something like that.
Yeah, you. It sounds like an exclusive live that you would do. People would pay for that, and
Yeah.
you can have a set price for it. I think there's a flat fee for it. How TikTok does that, so you have to look
I
into
have a
the
flat
price.
fee. I've got that ready. It's on my site, but I wanted to offer it to people because that's what they've been talking about. So I created it for them. It's usually in my coaching package, but I thought, let me create a smaller class for them because that's what they want. They've been asking me about it.
So
Can I, offer it through TikTok so I'm not, doing anything against their.
I would tell you to activate Service Plus.
I
Okay.
have Service Plus.
So
I guess I need to navigate through that because I set something up and it's not really working for me.
yeah, so if you want to create another type of ask offer where you can create a different pin card. So when I pin this card, you can create multiple pin cards, and you can set that up to say, your webinar, or you want to participate in your whatever you name that
I can set
package
that
is.
up for
And you
my
can pin it
course.
and you can tell people to sign up for it by
Okay,
inboxing
good.
you, and then you send them to wherever they would sign up to participate.
And you can put your site in the
In the inbox, you
not
can.
in this, but when they inbox you, you're allowed to send them to you because I'm always a bit trepidatious about
Yeah,
putting my
you can copy.
website in.
You can put your site there. Sometimes it's clickable, sometimes it's copy paste, where I would make it a separate message that they can copy paste it if they need to, or they can click it and it'll take them to that page.
Right.
Depends on how
Okay.
your site is set up, how your inbox is set up. So yeah, so you could do that. But yeah, that's what you would end up doing. So leverage Service Plus for what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Um, let's see. And put a price how much is gonna if she would have to register an event. Yeah, well, yeah, if she did it as a live event and made it exclusive, she have to set it up that way. Otherwise, sounds like Service Plus is probably the way you should do it. There's a fly in here, but he's so funny. So Flores, do you want to talk about tonight? So you're doing your battle tonight. You are going live doing the bonus hour. What else, Fran?
Yep. And yep. I'm gonna follow you. Uh, we're just gonna see how far we can push on up the up the leaderboard here. Last time I looked, I was 145, 147,
Let me check.
something like that. I think.
You're well, so platinum you're 66 for the daily ranking, you're
Right.
66. And for the overall ranking it says 177. So you're 177 now. So you man, I mean, seriously, this is your your time to shine. You can definitely do it, Fran. I'm excited.
We're gonna give it all we got and go. Who are you battling? I'm battling a heavy battler. Her name is Evolution Lori. I snuck in on one of her battles earlier today.
Ooh.
She instantly recognized my name. Of course, it stood out like a sore thumb.
Right.
And she apologized to me that my name was spelt wrong on her flyer that she put out. She made a new flyer.
Her.
And she is not a part of Community Fest.
She just battles all the time, huh?
She just battles all the time. So
Okay.
maybe she'll have a pity party on me and take it easy on me tonight and let me get my points so I can move up the board.
So she has a
You know,
battle team, I'm assuming, because her.
she
Go ahead.
probably does.
Yeah,
Probably does.
because I was like, there's no, she doesn't have a lot of followers, but
No.
she's up there. So I was like, there must be a team that she's working with.
Well, the gentleman she was battling, I think, is part of her team because he
Gotcha.
was in the shower while they were battling. Oh, yeah. we could see everything from the navel up on him in the shower. Yeah, it was interesting. Let me just tell you that. Um, Evolution Lori is the person I'm battling. We have to do 50,000 points, and that makes
Wow.
me shaky.
You got this, friend. You got this.
You know, that makes
50K?
me shaky.
You got it.
This is coming from the girl who said, I don't battle. And I have been battling almost weekly now for like a month and a half. But
Wow.
I'm battling with my plantee community.
That's
my
good.
safe space.
I like your approach.
And the reason that me and a handful of creators who are in this space decided to do this is a lot of us are live at the same time. So, like my girl Brandy, she goes live at the same time. So her people don't know me because they're watching her.
Gotcha.
So now I can introduce them to my group to her group and her group to my group at the same time.
Love that.
And when we go to these events, like I have the Southeast Plant Show this weekend in Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Yeah.
So we're traveling to that this weekend to south side of Atlanta. Those people now will feel like they know me, they can approach me, they can talk to me as an influencer and say, hey, I liked what you did here, or can I get my picture with you or whatnot? And that's a big deal at these plant conventions.
Yeah.
So, and she's not going to be there.
Oh, nice.
The other girl's not going to be there. So now they have someone that they do know that will be there, and it might make a few more people go to these events and that kind of stuff.
So let me have you talk. So well, two things I want to say as far as your battle, and then I want to talk about the brand deals in the plant community. So I want you to talk on that because I know you're doing it. And we just had Carol West and Soda. They're at VidCon, which
Yeah, I
is
saw that.
yeah. So
was a
so I want you to
live
talk about the plant community for your niche. But really quickly with the battle, a lot of people have power ups, don't they? In your community. So did you have a strategy for how you're going to deploy those? Because you should be doing it for the official battle.
Heck no, I don't know. I don't know nothing about nothing. I just drop it like a hat when you got it. I don't care.
Okay, so what I'm gonna tell you to tell your people, pretty much not in those words, but pretty much tell everybody to drop all their gloves and power ups at the beginning. Just tell them to drop it, and it'll just be in order, and so that way you don't have to think about it.
Yeah, because I won't be able to think about it.
Yeah.
I'll be shaking like a leaf. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just tell everybody to drop what they have. So if you can coordinate your people who you know have power ups, I think I got some from you today, for you today. So we'll just drop them, and I'll probably save maybe a glove for the last 30 seconds just to make sure we have something. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there we go. Talk about backpacks. Exactly. Tell your people to go in their backpack, check what they have, and deploy. Except for hammers. Don't. I mean, the hammers they can throw too, though.
Have you seen what the hammers look like during Community Fest?
No, I don't think. Have I?
They're little tiny hearts, and they look like they're throwing nunchucks across the screen. It's pretty cool.
Well, we'll see it tonight.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of that tonight, I'm sure.
They said they come strong for Flores, yeah. So just some to throw everything they got. I know you got some ammo, so you should be good.
Like I said, throw everything but the kitchen sink. We're going. We're just going hard and going strong. The backpacks are in your gift box. So if you touch your gift box right now, and
Miss
it'll
Dakota,
pop up your gift screen.
yeah.
And then where you see at the very bottom of your screen, down where it says how many coins you have, you'll see gifts, interactive, exclusive, and a little like backpack or toolbox looking thing. Doc's showing it to you there.
I'm trying to slide it over. It won't slide over.
Most of you will probably have votes in there right now. Those votes, you want to drop those tonight too.
Exactly.
At 9 o'clock.
And then these are the stuff we're talking about for power ups. But yeah, that's it. That's the votes.
Yep. So you want to send those, and you can do rapid fire, not have to do one. You can just press and hold. Once one goes, hold it down, and it'll just send them all. And those will count not for one vote, they will count, every one vote will count for four
Oh, that's good.
during the bonus hour.
Okay, so it's 4 times. Okay, that's good. Okay.
And so are all of your community fest gifts. They count for 4 times the amount.
So whoever is in, you said you have votes, Mr. Dakota, so definitely follow Flourish tonight. We're gonna send her all the votes. So she gonna get all the votes.
Oh my God, I've
It's-
got 999.
Oh
I
wow.
obviously haven't been giving them out.
I haven't been sending mine out really either.
I
So
don't think I realized I haven't.
I haven't done much either.
And some of you are probably going, okay, how did I get votes? You got votes by doing the Community Fest gifts in rooms like Dr. Lisa's or over in Luna's, or I'm just trying to think of, in any of these people's rooms that you've been in, Mary's room, you got them. They were given to you.
Yep.
Because you did the Community Fest stuff. So now you got to give them to the creator that you want to. You may not have given that creator the gift, but give the creator that you want to see go to the top those
Send your
votes.
votes. Exactly. So yeah, send your votes. And she's gonna be going live at 9 o'clock Eastern.
Yes.
And so even
I'm
if you
gonna have my
came in
PJs probably on and ready for a nap.
and
Yeah.
if you get there early, just send your votes. Just hold the vote button down and just let it speed through and send all those votes. And that way she'll get it during the bonus time.
Yeah. Yep.
He said only doing battles. So she's gonna be doing this big battle at 9:15 with this creator. So come through, send votes, send
We're gonna
tap
do
the
one at
screen comments.
9:15. And then if there's anybody else who wants to battle to help boost us up during that hour, I'm just gonna take them. Take them as they come, or I'll start pulling some strange, and there's a whole lot of strange at 9 o'clock, and there'll be a whole lot tonight with everybody trying to climb the ladder.
Well, we'll see who has community gifts too. That was kind of what we did earlier. So maybe you can get a few people with community gifts too.
Yeah, if anyone's got community gifts and wants to go live, your like Dr. Lisa Cares, her heart, I have the Flourish Fern, those are actually worth more.
Oh, good to know.
So you said, did you see that I could be your guardian that's in the vote? Yes. So the guardians are, that's a new feature. You got a guardian yet? I don't have a guardian.
Guardian to me is tell me if I'm wrong in this assumption, Doc. Is it kind of like the Enigma?
Yeah, I've got one.
It's a little you got one already? That's awesome.
I don't know if I've got it. Maybe it's showing me, but maybe I don't have it. It says become a contender.
Become a contender, yeah. So I think
you have to send forth that 5,000 coins for it.
Exactly. You have to send a pretty big gift, and then you have to I think you have to be a certain level in the fan club too, like level 25 or above, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And you have to send a gift. So it's not quite like the Enigma because you the Enigma is like anonymous, but in this case, you're basically you and other people will potentially become like the person who sends a big gift each week, and you get like this title of being a guardian, and then there's a different badge that you receive, and so they try to make it so that it's fairly exclusive. Only people who have been coming to your room for a long time, level 25 and above, and that they've sent this big gift, they're eligible to become the guardian for the week. And so essentially they can also save you if you are going to lose a shield or lose your league. They can send a shield for you, so it becomes this thing where they're your guardian. They're helping you. So yeah, so that's for people who have a community that is operating in that way. I can't see the gifts I'm sending. Can you see them? I didn't see anything, Glam. No. Your heart me isn't is it you might need to refresh your heart me. What are you trying to send? It might require like the community gift, populars. I think you have to make sure your heart me has been sent to.
I can't find my votes again. Where is it again?
In the gift box.
I'm looking in the gift box.
Then at the words at the bottom next to exclusive, swipe over.
Interactive gifts exclusive. Which one is it under?
Well, next to it, there's a symbol. It looks like a little backpack store, house, something symbol.
I've got a little crown that takes me to the vault.
Not the crown. No. In between exclusive and the crown, there's another symbol.
Oh, okay. I don't see the symbol. It's blacked out, but I've got it. Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's it. I don't know why it's blacked out though. You should be able to see it.
Yeah.
I'm on the PC. Oh, you saw them come through at first, but now I don't see them. Interesting. I don't think I've seen anything, Glam. No, I sure haven't. Uh-uh.
I've got to get going.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're so
for
welcome, Mary.
answering all the
Hey,
questions
it's a
and
learning
everything.
curve. I know it is, but you're gonna get there, friend. And message me if you have any questions along the way.
Well,
Okay.
thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I'll try to get to your battle. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. I'm supposed to go live myself at 9 for the double. Isn't it the double points
It
tonight?
is the bonus hour. Yep.
And so you have to be on. When I went on few minutes later, I didn't get it last night. So I think
It wasn't available.
Oh, it wasn't available last night? Okay.
Yeah, it was only the 20th, 23rd, 25th.
Mhm.
But Mary,
Oh,
let me just give you this small piece of advice with all the other advice you've been given. Pick one thing and do one thing and do it consistent. And then add another thing to your cake.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Add a layer at a time. Don't try to do the whole thing at once. Do one thing. I'm gonna stay consistent and get 5 people every single day. Make that your consistent. And then after that, choose something else and make that your consistent so that it becomes a routine and your room learns you. My room knows. Ask April. She's in here. They know when they come in, they start to, we call it sprinkles of love on the screen, and we get to that 10,000 before we do anything else. That's what we do. And the room just knows it. And they tell others, we're doing this for the first 10 minutes. And they can be your megaphone, and you don't have to do it anymore.
I've been selling them the the device. I said, this is it's totally selfish. I want you all to get one. And then I pin it.
Which one is that? The tapper? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, the
Gotcha.
tapper. Tap on, tap off, the tapper.
Thank you, Gina.
Yeah.
Flourish, thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate your friend.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Flourish. And thank you, Dr. Lisa, and everybody else. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Flourish, I wanted you to talk about brands, and talk about that a little bit because you do network and you've created now some partnerships too, haven't you?
Yeah, I've created some partnerships with other creators on here that would lend themselves to my niche.
Okay.
In maybe not a traditional way.
Okay.
Like there's creators on here that make dog clothing, and they're using planted fabric. So now they're a part of my brand, and they get the exposure and traffic to my Flourish page.
Yeah.
Those types of things.
Have you gone beyond and with some of the maybe plant food and some of the other companies and stuff? Have you connected with those as well?
Yeah, I've connected with Third Eye Organics.
That's right.
And I have his soil products. I have his bugnetics and his water teas for plants. And I now only exclusively use them on all of my plants.
Oh, nice.
So that when people are asking, I can say, well, it has this in it too. And that makes my product a little more exclusive and a little more premium.
I love that.
And then I have plant jewelry that's made by someone who's not on TikTok.
Okay.
But they only make it just for me.
Gotcha. Nice. When you go to your conferences, are you networking there? What does that look like?
Oh yeah. That's just nuts. Think of like 3,000 of me all meandering around an hour.
Gotcha. So, but has that created new partnerships? Because I think that's what Carol and obviously Soda, they're doing that at the conference too. And I love the fact that you're doing very niche specific conferences too.
Yeah. I get to know some of the creators that I don't usually get to see.
Okay.
As often, like on here. Because I am running a full business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on TikTok 24/7.
Gotcha.
I'm just not. I kind of do my 2 hours. I usually hit you because you're usually on right after I'm done. Is kind of like my wind down. I'm using shoving food in my face at that moment.
And hearing the latest, yeah. Okay.
and listening to you and throwing my 2 cents in where needed. And then I kind of get off TikTok and I
Gotcha.
go do the rest of my business.
Gotcha.
I usually come back to TikTok around 8, 9 o'clock at night if I'm still awake and hang out with people and connect with people that way.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So I was, the multi-guest panel, we brought that up after Carol and Soda because I really want us to kind of think beyond just what's happening here and now and think about the future version of ourselves, the future for our live stream, for our brand, for our different partnerships and collaborations and stuff. Because I don't want us to be so disillusioned to the point where we quit or we leave because there's so many other opportunities. And I think you're a great example of someone who stuck it out even when it wasn't going the way you wanted it to go. And to see a year later where you're at, I'm
Yeah.
sure you can reflect on like, just all the growth that's happened.
I mean, I look at the growth that's happened in the last 6 months.
Right. Right.
Just 6 months alone.
Mm-hmm.
You asked me yesterday if it feels like it's been a year that I've been on TikTok. It feels like 8. I feel like I have lived many lifetimes over on TikTok. It takes me back to what is it, Oliver Twist? Right. There was the worst of times, there was the best of times, and then there was TikTok, that type of thing. But also, I look at it from the point of if I hadn't stretched just that little bit, even when it was uncomfortable, um, I wouldn't be where I am today. So right. Take it for a minute. You might, like I told Mary, take one of the tidbits you learned from Dr. Lisa, or take one of the tidbits from one of the panelists and dedicate yourself to it for 30 days.
Right.
To just mastering that one tidbit.
Right.
You're going to learn a ton of other things along the way, but mastering that one tidbit will definitely be your turning point. Don't get discouraged when you get off of here and you're like, that's all I did. I gave all that time, all that energy, and that's all I got back.
Right.
It's not about what you get back. The more you put out, the more that can come back. So keep pouring, because it's going to come back to you twofold.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Great advice. Great advice. All right, friend. So tonight we're gonna see how we climb the leaderboard. Do you know what your numbers are? Do you need is it still a half a mil,
Yeah, it was
500K?
like half a milli last time I looked at it. Yeah, it came down a little bit after our battles today, but it was about half a milli we're looking at tonight.
You never know what your community might do because I think about who was that? Pure Intentions when she had her battles. She got like 1 million points, over 1 million points at times. It was like crazy. So you never know what will happen.
I don't know how to break that number down with
Right.
the extra qualifiers on there.
True.
With the bonus hour, I don't know how to break all that down. I just know we're gonna rally a lot. We're gonna sing ole 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 ole. That is my hope. And and we're hopefully not gonna lose all my nuggies because I think I'm at like 7 or 8 nuggies now.
So wow, look at you.
I took someone 27 this morning, so I didn't.
Hey.
But,
I love it. All right, friend. Well, yeah, best of luck. It should be fun. I will be there and we'll be cheering you on. I saw Luna say she's gonna save her coins for you later. So she gonna save it for the battle.
Make sure Buddy Luna is there to cheer me on, clapping his leaves together, my friend. That's the plant that she bought from me.
Oh wow. Named it Buddy. Hey Wanda, thank you so much, friend. Glad to see Flores doing so well. She's doing great. She is doing great. She's doing her thing. So stick it out, y'all. We gonna talk about this a year from now, and it's gonna be interesting just seeing all the growth. So I'm excited for everybody.
And let me just say this: I was talking to some other plant influencers. Now they get invited to these conferences, like I'm going to this weekend.
Okay.
They get invited. Their path gets paid for them.
Okay, that's gonna be good.
They have 1,000 followers. I'm paying my way, and I got almost 15,000 followers.
Tell me what's the difference.
There's no rhyme or reason to this.
But it's a little bit of rhyme and reason. What you mean?
There's no rhyme or reason to who picks up who to do the deals. So just stick it out. Your time is coming.
Your time is
Believe my
coming,
time is
Flourish,
coming.
because I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, when so that's what we were talking about here. I know Holly Q, I think she left. I'm not sure if she's still in the room, but that's what we were talking about with this the conference that Carol's at. She networked her way with
Mhm.
some of the companies she's talking to. So she was like, "Hey, I came up and told them my information. I told them a little bit about what I know about the other companies." She was talking about like a microphone company with the other
Right.
competitors and stuff. And so I know you know. So it's probably just a matter of you having maybe a slightly different approach when you're at this
Well,
conference, so you can
my
pick up some of
downfall
that.
is that I'm not making the content and they want people to make content. Where I am just simply doing the live and spreading the leafy joy that way. They want someone who's gonna make the content that they can then share here, there, and everywhere and all the things. I know that's the bigger thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll get there eventually, but right now
Gotcha.
it's my hang up.
Gotcha. Okay. No, seriously. I mean, I think to your
Yeah.
point, that's it. It is probably is very much about the content creation. And then you know how to make content and good content. So it's just a matter of how do you create some of those partnerships so that, yeah, you have that as well. And then it could be that they leverage your live stream too. So you never know. It could be a partnership there where you're showing the products and you're talking about it live, like you do, Third Eye Organics. And
Right.
they see that as value.
Well, I mean, I can tell you the people in the plant community that I look up to, that I admire, that I model myself after, they've been in my life. Talk about wanting to just wommack all over the place.
Mm,
That makes you nervous.
yeah,
But they send me then messages offline and they're like, we love what you're doing. Keep going. Thank you for being positive and planty and
that's
things like
good.
that. And those are the days that I pull those out when I'm like, I don't want to go live today.
Gotcha.
I still have
Gotcha.
them a
I
year
love
later.
it. I love
It's
it.
okay.
I love that. Are you still a business account?
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering if you became a creator account, how would that impact and maybe have shop and then you're pinning products like I do on occasion. Like I don't do it all the time, but I'll pin products of companies that way too. No.
I'm kind of afraid
To
to
switch.
bounce out at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've
That's
had
fair.
so much success this way.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm afraid to lose it.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Totally understand.
Maybe year two we'll do a flip.
Yeah, maybe there is a second account you create. I know you have the other accounts. Maybe there is one that is shop, and
Girlfriend, I got
I know you do. And so one of those is. Do you have a shop over there on one of those?
no because they won't let me for some reason. They know it's all tied to this account.
Oh,
It's all the same person.
okay.
They're catching the IP address. So
Mm, okay. Okay. All right, friend. Well, I'm excited for you tonight. We'll see what happens. Win, lose. There's always a win-win when it comes to battling.
we're just gonna do it.
All right. All right, friend.
All right.
Take
All
care.
right.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.
All right, my friends. Yay, Flourish. Let me know. Did anybody else want to come up? I've been up for 2.5 hours almost. I gotta stay on for another 5 minutes for it to be 2.5 hours. But I so appreciate all of you guys. This has been great. We always have great conversations here. This has been so good. I know. I want us to be so optimistic. Hey, we are all influencers. If I've said anything today, that's the takeaway. Okay. Whether our room is big or small, we are influencers. And as you guys can tell, as you're doing this, there are people who are newer than you and they are learning. You are teaching, you are helping. And there's people who, been on this road for a while and we're going to learn from them. We're going to take guidance and tips and strategies from others and apply that information too. So again, it's a journey, it's a process. I don't want you guys to say that you can't do anything. We all are more than capable, all right? So there's no reason we can't have whatever we're looking to get from this app, and even the things that we don't even know is out there, we're going to get it. All right? So I want you guys to be optimistic about this. Don't say you can't. We all started off when it was humble beginnings and we were like, what is this going to look like? And I'm still growing. In my mind, I'm like, you know what? I got so many different things I want to do and I'm trying to figure it out. And at the end of the day, I still want to get to the 50K followers, the 100K followers. I want to do all that. And I'm on my road. I'm on my way. All right. Where do I start to get restrictions removed that has been on my page over 90 days? Restrictions for shop? Is that TikTok shop related? What's the restriction for? Is it just for live streaming in general? Typically for shop, what I was about to say is that they may want you to do a quiz. So that's why I said shop, because if it's been over 90 days, they may want you to do one of the quizzes for the health score related to panels. I think they're just going to have to drop off. I don't think there's a quiz or anything you have to do. You can go to the Live Center. So TikTok Studio on your profile, scroll over to Live, scroll down to Tools and Resources, and then click your live standing, that box, and just see what the restriction history is there. See what the history has it. And that'll, maybe there's an appeal you need to do. I doubt if you could do appeal now, but you can see what it says. All right. But hopefully it does drop off sooner than later. Okay. All right, my dear friends. I appreciate everybody who's been here. Thank you all for joining. I'm gonna jump off. Appreciate you all being here. You say using words. What is using words? Let me know what you meant by that, friend. But thank you all for being here. If you haven't claimed your points above, claim your points. Go ahead and claim those points for the live. I'm gonna go back to the other screen. Claim your points above. Have a good night. See you at the battle. See you at the battle, friend. Claim your points. Thank you all for watching my live. Thank you all for the likes, the comments, the engagement by coming on the panels and listening to the room. Thank you all for the taps, the shares, and all the gifting. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for that support. Feel free, like I said, come later to see Flourish. She will be doing her battle at 9 o'clock. Come to her room and drop your votes. If nothing else, tap the screen, comment. She gets points for that. And drop all your votes so she can go up the leaderboard for Community Fest. And she would really appreciate it. Always. Thank you. Always very informative. You're welcome, friend. I appreciate you all as well. I will catch you all later. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye. People say people get restrictions when influencers use certain words. Oh, I don't. People say people get restrictions when influencers, the creators, use certain words. You got to be careful about the words you say. That's fair. So yeah, you definitely, especially if you have a panel, you got to make sure they don't say things that can get you in trouble. So that is true. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, friends, take care. Bye bye. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate all the engagement. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much, Moonlight Chat 10 to 100 XP. Appreciate the support. You all are awesome. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.